All right.
So, before you really do any of that, Maxon grabs Yahada by the ear.
Good.
Oh, joy.
Fucking good.
And drags him, points to the rest of you, drags you all to the back room of the bar.
All right.
What a dick.
No, thank you.
There we go.
Some fucking reason here.
I try and take lead for once, and I'm getting punished for it.
Because you
Goes
picked literally the worst option.
I picked the more fun option. I heard if this isn't completed, the price will be paid, and I was like, dude, let's do this. This sounds great.
That unknown price
Is death.
Whatever we don't know we're going to do.
That was a lot of money, 1,600 gold.
Yeah, no kidding.
I feel like
Totally worth it, by the way.
if someone came up to you and bar said, "I'll give you $1,600, but I'm not going to tell you what for, and you have to do it regardless of what happens," and then they just like handed you a gun, you're like, "Well,
I'd do it.
that's
I'd be like, let's do this. Bring
Look,
it
dude, I
on.
know you're broke, but that's desperate.
that's some poor life decisions right there, my guy. I don't know about that."
I mean, it ends one of two ways, all right? Either I succeed or I fail, and failure is going to end one way.
Perfect.
Hey, is just buying them a meal at McDonald's. That's the price.
So
I'll get him a Big Mac.
you're drug into the back room, and back there you see a young elf working like a crystal station out in front, and you realize that it's basically a phone booth.
Okay.
You can gather that this is how Maxon gets his missions to him. He then, like, in a hurry, just tells her, like, drop everything, call Venvinder now.
Okay.
So
Wait, are
she's
we-
like, all right.
Oh.
She stops, dials, and then the phone rings. And it rings. And it rings.
Damn, they move.
And there's no answer. She kind of turns to Max and she's not answering. And then Max is just like, well, he better fucking answer soon. He doesn't have a lot of time. Keep calling until he does.
So hard right now.
What?
Did you just say you're so hard right now?
It's falling so hard right now. Oh, this is terrible.
Oh, okay. You cut out. So all I heard was, I'm so,
So,
hard right now.
yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, that's not something we need to know, Aiden. I realize you're 12, but damn.
Upset. God. Things are not going to end well.
Dude, I'm having a great time. I don't know about you guys.
Tyler.
So there she is. She's just calling and calling and calling. Max sits down and he says, we need to come up with a plan.
I got one.
I don't like
He says,
Let this guy talk first, please.
he says, it's possible they won't kill him if he gives them what they're looking for. Possible they might kill them even if they get what they're And he's like clearly thinking out loud.
For?
He says, but I wouldn't have even had them in this bar if I had the capability to keep them out. But it's best to give the Forsaken what the Forsaken want. And to not cross with them.
I think it's time to cross.
If hypothetically what they wanted was something that maybe they shouldn't have, what would you do?
Wait, I pretty much tell him something.
Just tell me.
He he looks you dead in the eye and says, I heard your story about killing the spiders.
Yeah.
And I caught the glimpse of you telling them about a symbol. What are you not telling me
So
right
that's-
now?
That symbol may or may not be the symbol of Loth, the spider queen that the drow worship. And
it may or may not have been on a wall. Not been on a
Yeah, it
wall.
might not have been on a wall. It might be on something else.
Massive crystal.
Details, speak.
Big boy crystal.
Arcane
larger than your
crystal,
head.
big.
Has the symbol in it like a divine crystal. Makes spiders come to it. Kind of weird.
He didn't even realize that at this point he was still holding a beer that he was bringing to Giz, basically, when he stormed over to you. And at that point, he drops it on the ground.
Yeah.
And then startled himself that he even still had it in his hand. But he was clenching so tight up until that point with both fists. He never even noticed. You just gave...
We didn't give him shit. We got it.
The Forsaken information about an arcane crystal related to Lull? Arcane crystal with a symbol?
Yeah.
He's trying to ponder what that even means.
I mean, we didn't tell them about the crystal.
They'll find out pretty quick. Since you gave them Ben's name to torture it out of. It's unfortunate.
Does anybody else know about this crystal?
No. Literally
Nope.
just you and Ven Vinder.
Spy thing. Did we even
Ben
tell him about
Vinder
it?
knows about this crystal?
Yeah, we
I
had him.
don't think he does.
No, we had him appraise it, so he definitely knows about it. And he couldn't tell us anything.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yep. That's why I was kind of butt cheek clenching.
I have to remember I'm winging it, so I'm thinking a bit.
Yeah.
He sits down at this point. His hands are in his head. He is deep in thought, trying to think what this means. And he says, where is that crystal?
Currently under my pillow.
Might be in a robot's
Down
butthole or something.
in my-
We don't, we have it, is the point. So they're going to go up there, not get the crystal, and come back here, probably. I would just like to avoid the part where Ven Vinder dies, because we already saved his life once from Mailer, and I'd rather not have to fuck with him again.
He says, what you are hanging on to is far beyond, I think, what any of us truly understand. And he turns to his assistant and he says, stop calling Ven Vinder. Call the Paladins of Bahamut immediately.
Aw, dude, we already got arrested. We really got.
They're gonna yell at us. They're gonna slap us on the wrist.
Oh, my God. Look. This is getting rough.
Boy, you're fucking talking. We're gonna be executed. This is it.
Look.
You won't be executed for finding it. You might get in trouble for not immediately bringing it to the Paladins of Bahamut.
Well,
And you'll definitely be slapped for telling the Forsaken about it before the Paladin.
But we didn't tell them about
All right.
it.
yeah, we didn't tell them about the crystal. They just know about the symbol. And we might have got told not to say anything about the symbol. It's neither here nor there.
Like I said, I have a plan that could possibly just stop all this. We could save the vendors, work it all out. We'll be good. We'll be Gucci.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear this great plan.
Basically, those 6 people. Oh, yeah, 5 people outside in the main area.
There's 6.
You are right. That is 6. I cannot count. Those 6 people out there. They're rich. They got some good equipment. 2 of them clearly know what they're doing. At least 2 of them. We get backup. I'm sure they have a ship.
If those 6 pansies even caught a whiff of what was actually going on, you will never see their faces again.
Well, what about your 4 goblin friends out there, or the goblin and the dragonborn? You think they'd be down to help?
Probably for a price.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of gold.
I don't know if any of us have enough coin to have Giz fuck with the Drow, or fuck with the Forsaken. They don't actually know that the Forsaken's Drow. That was a slip by me. I don't think Giz is stupid enough to fuck with the Forsaken. I don't know if there's enough money for Giz to fuck with the Forsaken. Could he take a couple of them? Probably. He could probably take 4 down with him. There's a lot more than 4 Forsaken out there. I'll tell you that. He is not willing to put that ending on his life.
Well, we're in a pickle. Either way, if we want to go nip this in the bud, we're going to need a ship fast enough to get us there before those dickholes get there.
Considering the level of technology the Forsaken has, I don't even know if the Six Pansies have a ship that fast. Our only option to save Van Vinder is to get a hold of him by this phone and get him somewhere safe.
Well,
And Eros is
Possibly
not
be
safe
safe
for Van
against the
Vinder.
Forsaken.
You have to take them out of the Forsaken's reach.
well,
Which is where?
anywhere other than there.
Not the city of Eros. You know anywhere else trustworthy that could look after those people? With an army strong enough to protect them?
Well,
It's not near Eros?
I mean, we're kind of not.
I think he's
from-
hinting at the Forest Bros here.
Yeah, we got a forest we can maybe stuff them in for a bit. Doesn't really have an army per se, but they're all.
You have an army.
Yeah, we got an army. We got an army. Don't worry about it.
You have an army.
Listen, picture like
If it's an
a
army
lot
strong
of
enough.
minotaurs strong as me, and a lot of elves way smarter than that guy, and probably willing to help out if we asked.
What do you mean? And he's basically asking you to name the nation, which I entirely all forget.
I
But
don't even think we wrote.
you name the
I
nation, you
remember.
explain your kind of role, why you're out adventuring, and you're suggesting that maybe your parents can look after them.
Yeah,
Future leaders of the Soldusk and Moros tribe.
yeah, and we do have a labyrinth at our disposal, and I don't know if you know a whole lot about labyrinths, but they're hard to get around, so you could probably set them there.
Your forest does have enough technology that your parents will have a phone.
Yeah, all right.
You don't have cellular phones, but they do have a landline.
Well, that's an embarrassing call to make, but I guess I'll call up.
Hey, Ma, Pa, how's
Hey
it
there.
going?
Yeah.
I may have put people's lives in danger,
Yeah.
but
No, we didn't do this shit. I can't be
just
pinned
wanted
on
to give
this.
'em beer. That's all. And y'all just slip or
Look,
slope.
I name dropped, Flint City dropped, all right?
Yeah, but you,
He's right.
Talking to them.
listen, I can own my fuck ups, but you seem fucking intent on just shifting the blame, and I'm quite disappointed in you, Yahada.
I'm not shifting the blame here. I'm
that was
taking
the
full
point.
credit because I'm having a blast.
Well, that's also.
It's at this point that the phone is answered, and you hear Genevieve, and almost like a crystal or like a hologram of her comes up. It's evening. She's clearly in her nightgown.
You need to get the fuck out of there.
And even for her age, though, I never mentioned it before, but Genevieve is a MILF.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Well, hi Genevieve. How you doing?
Well, Varus, no.
How you doing? Bjork is here. Think you remember?
You kind of
Yeah.
you show up on her
My head's
crystal, and
my,
she's just
my
her head's kind of she's like, "Oh, it's good to see you, Bjorkus."
Yeah.
What-
Hold on to
what
that feeling.
brings-
It's about to get bad. So here's the thing. I don't know if you.
You need to get out of there.
Yeah. Remember that ruin where Darcy was, and it was full of spiders?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember that crystal that we showed Van that had the symbol on it? Roughly. I don't know if you're around for that, but we did that. We showed him a crystal.
I'm not sure what you're talking about with that. Do you need
Alright.
me to get Ben?
No, you know what? You could pass this information on just fine. Here's the thing. Some nasty folk down in the city got wind of the symbol that we found in the crystal, and they are very interested in acquiring it. They think it's still up at your house, so you need to not be in your house anymore. You need to leave. They're the Forsaken. I don't know if you've heard of them. I personally just had the pleasure.
I've not.
From my understanding, and the very angry bartender standing next to me,
Bad gang of people.
they would very much like to kill you guys now. And yeah, I'm gonna own that one. That one's on me. That's my bad. 100%. That one's on me.
She's just kind of like when you say very much want to kill you guys, you could tell she's wait.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I guess I don't know why they're really interested in this symbol, but from the description I have received from Maxon, it sounds like they are willing to do whatever to obtain information. So your options are give them the info they're looking for and maybe still die, or just run. That's pretty much your options here. We can't get to you in time. They have a faster ship. But we do have a spot that you could hide out in that would be pretty neat. I've lived there, personally. It's very nice. Varys lived there. It's also very... I'm sure he liked it. So
All vegetarian diet, but
Super sweet.
the elves eat meat, I think. That's near the end there. Forsaken are on their way. There's really nothing we can do about it at this point. Some names were dropped. Yada.
not pointing fingers.
Pointing fingers. Pointing a very large, beefy finger. But the point is, you need to leave. You need to get Ven. You need to get Darcy. You need to get Shayless, and you need to get the fuck out if you'd like to live. I will make it up to you.
She's like, I gather this is a now thing, not a when they wake up.
This is a now thing. This is a now thing. We will give you the coordinates to Brindle Steep. That's the name of where we're from. The people there will help you all call ahead and make arrangements, but you need to get the fuck out of there now.
She doesn't know whether to say thank you or fuck you. And
I'd take a fuck you at this point. I'd take a fuck you. I owe that apology.
That's not a joke for the MILF thing at all either, but...
No, it's not. Genuinely feel bad about this. So, you gotta handle it.
So she's just okay. She hangs up. You could tell she's like, it's a lot to take in. And yeah, you need to let your parents know they're coming.
Yeah, I'm calling them up right now. I'm gonna say, Max, I need to borrow,
My pal!
I need to borrow your phone real quick. Yeah,
Mama cow.
Gonna call Brindle Steep.
Alright. You call what's your father's name?
Mornus. Mornus.
Mornus. It's like ring, ring, and you see basically an equivalent worker. Your dad is a leader of a nation. It's not him that's answering the phone.
Hey,
But the person there that sees you like immediately recognizes.
hey,
Mighty
man,
Bjorkus.
how's it going? Need to talk to Mornus real quick. If you could just patch me through. I know he's probably sleeping, but it's kind of important.
Can it wait till morning?
No, it cannot. Wouldn't be calling if it could.
All right, I'll get your father. He will not be happy about this.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna be less happy. Don't worry.
You wait a couple of minutes, and then you see Mornus show up in the hologram.
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Bjorkus,
I'd like to
What?
excitedly wave and say, "Hey, Mr. Fifth Speaker."
Hi, Horace. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Okay.
Maybe not right now, but...
So here's what's going on. I'm gonna cut to the chase. Right now, we're in the crystal hunting business. We kind of fucked up, put some people's lives in danger, which I'm not very happy about, but I have to handle. Got to take responsibility. The Forsaken are looking for them. I don't know if you know those people. You heard of them before?
The Forsaken? I feel like I've heard of them before. That doesn't. The name is ominous to begin with.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. The point is, from the information we gathered, they're very much a kill first, ask questions later kind of group, and a very nice family has been put in the crossfire in some stupid shit that we're dealing with.
Oh, it's a family in the whole village. A lot more than four.
Okay, it's more than the whole village. It's probably a lot more people.
It's a good, like, 50 or 60 people.
Good 50 or 60 people, roughly.
There
From
we go.
my understanding, they will literally tear that.
Did that get rid of Aiden's static? When you...
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
What the fuck's up with Aiden?
You can't hear that?
Oh, got it. Okay, that did fix it.
I can hear. Did you just like refresh the page or something, or what? What's up?
I just
I
left,
left
the
Discord
channel
and came
back.
Okay, hold on. All right, there we go. Yeah. So we basically from what I understand, they're going to be tearing that village apart, looking for a symbol. They're not going to find it, and they're probably not going to be happy. We need to send them somewhere safe, and I know it's asking a lot, and I know that we're on our kind of leadership quest, but leader's got to take responsibility for when he fucks up, and this is me trying to do that. So if you could help me out and maybe put them up for a bit while this whole Forsaken thing blows over, I would be very appreciative.
This is all right. I'll tell the guards to be watching out for them. What are their names?
The main group is going to be composed of the vendors. So there's Ven Vendor, there's Shayla's Vendor, Genevieve Vendor, and Darcy Vendor. They're family humans. They're very easygoing folk, from what I understand. They're just going to need a place to kind of hide.
Keep Shayless away from the elves.
Keep Shayla's away from the elves. She's a little bit. She was kind of jumping Varys's bones, but that's a story for another day.
He kind of smirks a little bit, and he's like, nice. And you could definitely tell he's your father.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
This is all right. He says, will you be okay?
Yeah, it's just something I got to handle. I'll make sure those guys don't come anywhere near you. Deal with that expediently.
Your dad then also says, well, Bjork is okay. We'll handle this on our end here. Be safe. But I feel like since you were honest with me, I need to be honest with you.
Yep.
Silent has broken free from prison.
Oh,
Now, you might not know who that is, but I'm pretty sure two and froze together about what that means.
sorry, you cut
But,
out there, Brian. I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
you cut
I
out.
said, your father then sheepishly admits to you that Silent has broken free from prison.
I don't know.
So you might not, now you don't know it, but it's your character would
Yeah.
early into your time. Silent was a rival, was a friend, mostly a rival. Felt like he deserved the throne as he was much larger and stronger. But with Varus's help, partly what made you guys friends, when Silent tried to overthrow, you did manage to stop him and throw him in prison. He then also informs you that Silent, well, one, he has his nickname because he doesn't speak, has spoken for the first time in 10 years. And the only things he says on repeat is kill Bjorkus.
Oh, man.
So he's like Broly.
Kakarot!
Well, that is really troubling news, Dad. I'm not very happy about that at all, but I have to be honest with you. Unless he shows up like 15 minutes from now, this Forsaken thing is really just kind of taking the forefront of my attention.
I'm just letting you know to be on the lookout.
I appreciate it, and if I could make light.
He spent a lot of time working out in that.
Oh God, he was already so big. He had a lot of muscles. It was not a fun fight. First time. I'm sure it's not gonna be fun the second time. But here's the thing. I feel like you're getting the better end of the trade. I'm sending you a nice family, and I'm getting a fucking angry ass Minotaur up my butt. To be honest. But you know, I think Varys and I, we've made some friends. You know, we're doing all right for ourselves. We killed a dragon, which is pretty cool. I mean, maybe not the time to brag, but we have gotten stronger. I think we could take Silent if he shows up. But we got to handle this Forsaken thing before it gets out of hand. I'd really like to see no more bloodshed on my account.
Really hoping it gets out of hand.
Yada, I swear to God, I will learn how to pile that.
Says, well, son, you've definitely got one hell of a leadership journey to go through.
Yeah, it's a doozy, but we're getting there slowly.
Call me if you need anything, son.
I will, Dad. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'll let the vendors know it's all cool.
All right.
I'm hanging up. Just
Bye, Mr. First Speaker.
Click.
That was a bonus you weren't expecting, eh, Flynn?
Yeah, no, that's not great.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that's been in the back of my mind that I didn't think we would get to already. Like, the first time you speak to your father, he's going to tell you Simon broke out of prison. I expected that to happen in like 6 months.
Nope, happening now. It's all kind of blowing up.
I'm speeding the process up.
Thanks, Tyler. You don't get
Didn't
to accept
intend
jobs
to really
anymore.
do the Forsaken for a while. I was just kind of dropping Forsaken Easter eggs.
Watch, he's like a level 8 boss or whatever. It's gonna appear while we're all level 3.
Yeah, fucking probably. Gonna come to super.
There is a rule to D&D that you are not meant to be able to take every that's thrown at you.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to what?
You're not meant to take every fight that's thrown.
Alright.
Tactical retreats are an important thing. Aiden knows about that when his family unleashed the whole.
I'm sorry, what?
You're telling me a story about how you guys accidentally.
You're cutting out a lot, Brian.
What? Fuck.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
what we're
Aiden
saying.
was telling me a story about his family accidentally unleashing a beholder in his campaign.
A holder? Yeah, that was like, time to go.
Yeah, time to run. There'll be a fair bit of those.
Fucking
Well,
Bryce, I'm free, bitches. Fuck you, Bryce. I know you're watching.
So
Fuck you, Bryce.
We've only half solved the vendor problem because just because we've sent them that way doesn't mean they're gonna successfully get there.
Yeah.
Max and something. You think we could possibly bait the Forsaken with the crystal to get them?
Bait and switch.
No, just straight up give it to them and be like, okay, leave them alone.
I think the last
think
thing
we
we
should pick a
want
fight.
is to give the Forsaken the crystal. I think
Yeah,
the first
That's
thing
what
we
I was
want-
fucking saying.
Price of an entire town, possibly.
I feel
No,
like they could do
no,
a little
no.
more than that, Varys, and be honest with
I think that we should keep the crystal in our possession, have as little people know about it as possible.
Either give it to them or to the
At
temple.
this point, Maxon's not even listening to you, and he's telling the operator to call the paladins.
We got
The
a
I'm, on the
Paladins
verge.
of
I'm gonna
Bahamut.
stab that phone machine in a minute.
I'm gonna grab Yahada by the back of the neck and say, listen, you've already pissed me off today once. You want to keep going that way? We'll see if my savage cook can hit when I'm right fucking next to you. Relax.
Bring it on.
Let it happen.
We do not. I don't think we should have the paladins knowing about this crystal.
Maxon says he doesn't give a fuck
Max
what
is
you
fucking
think.
calling, dude, and I'm in agreement with him.
Oh, if we want the paladins knowing about us having possession of the crystal, but the crystal itself, if it just randomly appears, not connected
Oh,
to
Maxon is not gonna fucking hide the truth from the paladin.
All right,
You
Max,
see
right.
then ring up on the screen
Oh my god.
a very elderly looking dragonborn. You realize that this was a direct line to this dragonborn. And I do not have a name for them because this is all ad hoc.
Dova.
really wave and say, "Hello, Mister Elderly Dragonborn, sir."
Maxon just puts a hand up like, don't fucking speak.
Can we just fucking lob the crystal into their yard or something and just fuck off? Is that an option here?
Oh, dragonborn's on the page, fuck. Where's my other D10?
Tell you what, man, I'm on the verge of just walking out this bar.
So you see the dragonborn, he kind of shakes, and like all his scales and almost like all these decorative gold that are like wrapped around the like I don't even know what they're called when those things hang off a dragonborn. But anyway, it's like tenderly things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's kind of shaking that loose, and he says, "Maxon, if you're calling me at this hour direct, we've got a problem. What is the issue?"
Could just be nothing.
And Maxon just straight up tells him, like, they've found an arcane crystal with the symbol of Lulth inside. And then they went and told at least some of the information to the Forsaken.
Not knowing they were the Forsaken. I feel like that's an important fucking.
Yeah,
factoid that
that's
we're leaving
definitely
out
key here. Is we had no idea who they were. Just because they were being shady doesn't mean they're necessarily bad people.
Yes, it does, but we'll just say that.
No, it doesn't!
Didn't know that they were the Forsaken, Tyler.
I'm a shady kind of person. I'm not a terrible guy.
I mean, your tracker
Debatable.
so far is
Debatable.
picking up tabs that we maybe didn't want to pick up. So, like, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just saying we didn't know, and the first offer was not as generous as the second one, and you know, clearly, you guys should probably have the crystal, so we will drop it off. No harm, no foul. Small harm, small foul, but you know, we'll take it.
He then kind of so then Maxon's like, or the Dragonborn that's there, he then kind of, you see his hand like come up, and he just like a light like comes from his hand, a holy symbol, and you gather that was like a summoning spell to some paladins. As then a bunch of paladins rush in, and you can kind of see in the air, and he then directs them to Maxon's bar. He says, "Hold tight. I've got 2 of my finest paladins on their way. We need to deal with this problem."
Oh boy. All right, Maxon.
Um,
We go get the crystal,
Twiddle
just
my
leave it here, and just
thumbs
fucking skedaddle.
and
Because
I'm
I'd
beat.
really like to go deal with the vendors if that would be possible. Not trying to fuck up.
Well, the vendors, their only option right now is to get out on.
Yeah.
The Drow are probably already flying over with ships faster than
Well, we can.
only rivaled by the Imperial fleet with a head start.
Dang.
With the assumption that they would be pursued. They are not. They are very smart.
We're
And cunning.
clearly not. Shit.
Clearly not.
Okay. Well, you gotta hold that L sometimes, you know. Listen,
I don't know what I'm
Max,
talking about. This is a W for me, man.
I mean, you have 5 or 750 gold.
that's a small W. Bear in
Could
mind,
have
I
been 1600 if we took the
I
the
have
slightly
750
bigger
gold
W.
looking like-
Tyler, I'm gonna need you to not right now.
No.
Whatever you're thinking, because that 750 ain't in your pocket, boy. It's in my pocket.
I mean, you can keep it all. You don't get to ride on my ship.
I buy a new ship with the anime squad. It's fine. All right. Well, since they're on their way, we should probably go get the crystal, bring them back here, save everyone the trouble. Unless you want.
You are sitting your ass down here, Maxon
Oh,
says.
I'm sorry, Maxon. Did you want the crystal?
We will go get the crystal when the paladins. Like, he is just taking. He is a very old, like 300-year-old dwarf. Don't take no shit.
I said, look, you can.
This is code red in his mind, and your ass is sitting down as far as he's concerned.
I said, all right, man. I'm trying to help out. You being a fucking dick.
The real
about it.
question is, can this 300-year-old dwarf
Not being-
make me sit
We're
down?
not being murder hobos. I'm just
Most likely.
throwing that
Most
out there.
likely.
We're not doing it.
You can find out.
No.
I wish I was Solaria right now. I just teleport out. But I'm not.
Actually,
Do you try to
Capture.
escape? Do you try to leave the back room?
Nope. You know,
I'm sticking out with Force Trio.
Forest Bros, just hanging out. We've
Maxon then goes up to his assistant and whispers in her ear. And then she heads out of the room.
What does she say? I don't know.
Says.
You can roll a perception to see if you
Oh,
saw what
will
he said.
I'll stay in the room, but I ain't sitting down.
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do a plus. Aiden, you want to give me a hand on that skill check, buddy? Give me a plus 9.
Natural thing that you get.
Okay, 25. Oh, Aiden heard for sure.
You heard him tell her to go give Giz, Fizz, and his 2 pals 300 gold to keep your asses in this room to the paladins.
I'm gonna just
I'll be like,
turn to
no,
Max.
no
That's
need
just
for that.
dirty pool, bro. I don't know what the fuck. Come on now. We're clearly all sitting down.
And not doing
He
anything
gathered
criminal.
a feeling that Yahana was
Yeah, how's what? Keep
looking
cutting
for a
out, right?
fight. That's because Discord's a piece of shit.
You can
He
I'm
lower
not
got-
looking for a fight. I'm just
you
not
can
willing to
lower-
give up that crystal.
It's getting given up, buddy. That's how it is. Sometimes you gotta hold L's.
My precious.
You can
That's,
lower
that's
the
what
noise.
that's
the
what
noise
you
gate
thought I was
on
like
if
right now.
on Discord. It's probably up.
What's
there.
that?
You can lower your noise gate on Discord. If you go to voice and video, you can drop it.
It's probably because I'm leaning so far back.
Yeah, no, mine does the same thing. I just lower the gate if I start leaning back more. That's what I've done.
Voice and video.
Yeah, and there's if you're just on voice activity, there's like a bar that's like half green, half yellow. And you can just slide it right.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably up pretty high, and it's like you're just half your sentence is just getting.
All right, that's probably better then. It was on automatically.
Oh yeah. That's definitely why then. It's probably like it's set for when you're close to your mic.
I turned my game up a bit too,
There
but
you go. Yeah, it's probably clean. It's probably clean.
it's at this point that you see Giz in like full mech, like trotting into the room, laughing to himself. The Kenku is spinning 2 daggers in his hands. The Dragonborn is dual wielding pistols, and his brother Fizz, I actually forget. His brother Fizz, he's just got like a bunch of technology. Like he's just strapped to the nines with a bunch of technology.
Damn. What's up,
And I'll
fellas?
put them all in your journals.
Sweet. What's up, fellas?
Thank you, Kanye. Very cool.
Yeah, this is great.
And all 4 of them are there, and Giz is like, "You done fucked up."
You hot it. Sorry.
That is
Grass cough.
extremely apparent.
Clearly, this is not the ideal situation.
I regret nothing.
If you guys want to play tic-tac-toe while we wait,
Fucking love Bryce. I'm free, bitches.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Fuck you, Bryce.
Apparently, you're about to start calling him dad.
I'm not calling anyone.
It's a little weird.
I'm gonna ask all of them if any of them want to play tic-tac-toe.
Gonna say the answer is no.
Questing and WoW listening to you play D&D. Max level nerd achieved. All right, so you wait in the room. It doesn't actually surprisingly take very long. And like a dozen paladins show up. Mostly Eladrin and Dragonborn with like 2 humans. And they kind of turn and they're talking to Maxon, and Maxon's just like shaking his head and like, all right, we need to get this like figured out. They have a crystal somewhere. I think you said it's under his pillow, so it's at his house. You need to take it, go get it from them, and take it back to the temple and talk to Gargax about it. And then he turns to you guys and he says, look, accidents fucking happen. If we can get the vendors safe, we can make sure you're safe and get the crystal from their clutches, everything should return to normal for you guys. You have not screwed the Forsaken. They are surprisingly good about honoring their word. And you made a deal. You gave them the information they sought. So you'll probably be fine.
We clean.
For now.
For now. I just, my main concern was the vendors are getting out okay, and I'm not getting a dagger in the ass. So, if both those are covered, I'm clean. But
These paladins, do your best to work with them. They're not here to imprison you, to do anything.
I
They
don't know
are the
about
allies.
About that.
about that, might have already been put in prison.
One of them you recognize was the guy that threw you in jail,
Oh,
and
hey,
he is
man.
shaking his fucking head.
Look, I still did actually kill that dragon. I just want you to know, buddy. I did, in fact, kill that dragon. It happened.
Thanks,
Sure.
Ray.
No,
No,
sounds like you did actually find something. Look, that's not important right now. He's gone from full dickhead to like full serious. Like, we are in a state of emergency. Chief Paladin Gargax has like made this vitally important. He is duty bound right now. He is not here to fuck with you, to question you. He is here to do his job.
Well, that's good to know. All right. Well, since someone's probably not going to volunteer this information, the crystal is in Yahada's house under his pillow. I don't know his address, but I know that's where it is.
You then see one of the more senior-looking, like clearly decked out in more fancy gear paladins, and you have to remember, paladins are wearing like mini Gundams. They're not like your standard like metal armor. Like they are in fucking mini Gundams, but they're like
colorful too, or are they more serious?
They're. I wouldn't say they're quite as colorful because they're mostly wearing the colors of Bahamut. So there's a lot of platinum and blue.
I was about to say because I wouldn't be able to take it seriously if a guy walking around in a mech red, white, and blue suit was.
I'm just saying it's a fancy fucking suit of armor.
Right.
Maybe not quite as like over the top as the Eladrin over there, but they're also standard across both of them. You can see some small customizations and everything like that, but it's also of a divine nature rather than just pure like arcane. 6 of them are going with you, Tyler, to go get the crystal from your bed, and the other 6 are escorting the rest of you to the Paladins of Bahamut Temple.
That's if I take him to my house.
Well, you could lead them on a wild goose chase if you want, but I don't think they're gonna be pretty upset if they could tell that you're not being
Here's what
forthright.
I'm gonna do since I'm running Archaon. I'm gonna have Archaon give the coordinates of the fucking house. Because he's a robot.
I think Archaon would rebel just as hard.
Yeah, Archaon would be rebelling just as much as me right now.
All right, fine, fuck it. You want to lead him on a wild goose chase? You can get stabbed. That's your problem. We're going to hang out.
I'm just ready for the challenge, man.
Are you gonna lead him on the wild goose chase?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, dude, what?
I feel like you've got a lot of angst you're letting out in D&D right now.
A lot of what?
Angst.
Angst and rebellion that you want to just like. It's alright. That's what D&D's for.
I'm just tired of playing it so safe. Like
that's how a lot of people play D&D.
Dragon and mechanical. What has been safe about this journey so far?
that was stuff that he just sprung on us. This was an actual legitimate choice.
Questionable choice. I also gave you the option to work with Malik or Maller.
Yep, you sure did.
And we backed out of that one too.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why we were making these decisions that don't end up with us in fucking chains and arrested and dead. I don't know. Could be.
It wasn't confirmed that that would have ended in chains. Like, yeah, he's an unjust guy. We got that much, but
Yeah, he's told Dick's probably murdered about 45 fucking people, but you know what? He's probably a good guy at heart. You know, that's how that is.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm just saying I doubt he'd do anything seriously illegal, right?
He mostly crystal hunts. He just
In a different manner.
he cares more about making money than he does about the rest of the details.
Exactly.
If it improves his bottom line, it's worth
Like,
it.
I'm not saying it was a bad decision to turn down the offer. I'm just saying that the reasoning I didn't think was a good one. Either way, I'm taking the wild goose chase. Just, I'll suffer the consequences.
I mean, they like after like a bit where they could tell that you're going around in circles, they stop you and they're like, "We are doing this for your safety. If you want to be like that, we'll have ways to find your house. But the longer you're out here, the longer you're exposed until we can. We are just trying to help."
All right. I take them to my house.
Okay. So they grab the crystal. Many of them are like shock and awe, but they have to kind of like push that away, tuck it into safety, and like immediately rush back to the temple. Like as you are escorted by 6 paladins to the temple late at night.
Hell yeah.
You are then taken up to parts of the temple that most people don't see. And then you meet Gargax in person, the old silvery dragonborn. Not many have the pleasure of meeting them in person. The fact that Maxon has a direct line shows some kind of history that Maxon had before he started this crystal hunting business. Maxon has been around, and he is a well-respected person. Clearly, if he's got a direct line to Gargax as a mercenary contractor. And so you get straight up to him, and he sits you down. He gets you to tell him every detail about what you saw.
Alrighty.
And then he tells you that you were one of the few people in the world that have ever seen a still inhabited arcane crystal. This is not common knowledge at all. And it's worrisome. Most of the evil gods, actually, if the crystal is powerful enough, it can hold a portion of their spirit.
So you're saying is what we killed the spirit of that god?
No.
No, you stabilized it. It was the extra energy that was hanging out that you defeated.
But that was what I'm understanding is that was essentially like a part of the god.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, like its left fingernail, basically.
As you're having this conversation, you see behind you, in this temple, is a massive, statue of Bahamut. A giant platinum dragon made of probably stone but coated in platinum to kind of show them. And he says, you do have to understand the power that you're talking about. The power of Bahamut's crystal is literally floating the city of Eros.
Damn.
Not many crystals actually hold the spirit within it. And when you have an arcane crystal that does it, you're lucky that those spiders were actually defeatable. That crystal has more power than most any other arcane crystal we use out here.
Well, I'm not.
And we have some people that are very interested in that crystal. It would be very bad for them to have.
I think
chasing it down right
some
now.
Of them. Yeah. I mean, gonna take some responsibility on that one. Did not think that they were an evil spider cult, but you know what? You live and learn. Thankfully, hopefully no one dies. Do our best to make sure that happens.
I don't necessarily think they're a spider cult. They're just hunting down evil god crystals, right?
Nobody knows what the Forsaken are doing. Nobody knows the goals of the Forsaken. The Forsaken hide. In typical D&D lore, Drow live underground. And most of the creatures that lived underground were driven from underground. Like Githyanki, like your race, and the dwarves. They live in poverty out in airborne cities, maybe getting a little bit of that underground sense in the underground, the floating city. But the wars drove most of them out. But after the wars, nobody saw the Drow. Nobody knows how they went. And other than the odd time that they would show up, offer contracts, do various, pushing forward some skeevious plotline that nobody knows what their true goal is. Always seeming to seek information more than anything else. What they can do with that crystal, I don't know. I've never personally held a crystal like that.
Well,
Not gonna lie, this whole time I thought you were just spouting exposition, and then you said
Half and half.
I was just like, hold on, he's in character?
Half and half.
Gotcha.
well,
I was spouting exposition, but I was spouting it as
in character.
Gargax.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He says, well, for now, he says, your best bet's to wait here. We'll let you know if it's safe to head out. And we will keep this crystal safe.
Well,
How long, approximately, do you think we should be in here, Mr. Ancient Dragonborn Man?
I'd say until the coast is clear, which could be days, weeks, months.
that's
I don't think it'll...
a long time. Well,
Yeah, well, death is permanent.
I mean, I can't argue with that, having almost died a couple times, but is there a way to get a hold of people? Because we kind of got some plans in motion here to make sure that the people that are in the drought path might not, get murdered. Just kind of throwing that out.
What's
Well,
up, baby?
they already said they would do their best to get the vendors safe.
Yeah,
I mean, they've got like the whole of the Bahamut like working on that.
I'm just looking for reinsurance. That's all. If we're clean, we're clean.
I can't guarantee their safety, but I can guarantee we are doing everything in our power to guarantee their safety.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You had something you're going to ask, Aiden?
Yeah, I just want to let the on
Matt.
where we were sending them specifically.
Are you just telling them where they were going?
Yeah.
You might have to type it out, dude.
He said, "Yeah."
Okay. Yeah, you let them know. Like, I'm sure at this point, like, you've given them everything they need to know.
Yeah.
They will do essentially everything in their power.
But they also do. The people have a head start, so
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Really like my parents and my tribe and Bjorkus's tribe. So actually by the Forsaken, that would be great.
I mean, there's an army where you guys are. Your place is at.
Better not to have to use an army.
Yep. Rather stop.
Where's the
that
fun in
before
that?
It gets bad. You got a weird death themed streak going here, buddy, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little uncomfortable.
So, yeah, for the most part, like, Brian exposition here, you guys are probably going to be waiting, like, 3 weeks.
All right.
The
ship was
vendors
only
will
in there
be 2.
The vendors will be, you can be escorted. Like, they will let you kind of, like, roam town, but you're escorted, like, everywhere you go. So you can go get your ship and pay the guy and everything. The vendors make it to your family safe. And then the paladins from there pick them up, and they bring the vendors here. But they don't tell you anything about the vendors.
All right.
Your father's the one that indicates that the paladins took them,
Perfect.
as you've kept communication with him during this time.
I imagine
But-
confrontation would not be best, anyways.
Oh yeah,
You are not told where they went. What's that? You want to talk to your parents?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, sure. They're probably in close communication with Morris anyway. But yeah. There is like a phone crystal you can use.
There you go.
I just like to chat with them about what's going on.
I'm sure they know just as much as we do, if not less.
Well, they're probably there.
You're literally cutting in and out so much. If it's just like informing them, then we can just move on. Trying to think what else would be kind of happening in this time. So yeah, you've gathered the impression that the vendors are put under some kind of protective custody by the paladins. And they say there's been no activity from the Forsaken for some time. And they feel like keeping you here for the rest of your lives won't be the best. They tell you to be wary of the Forsaken, but the Forsaken are tactful and they're usually information seeking. They do strike when needed, but not much else. Like they play the slow and long game, and they are patient.
Take them out in the short game, then.
So you're released.
Hell yeah.
You know, you've been hiding under protective custody, but as far as the paladins are concerned, you know, you're probably okay from this point on. They have the crystal.
Damn.
The vendors are hidden
Probably
away
pissed at
somewhere.
us.
Probably a little bit.
Probably a little
But at the same time, too, finding that crystal was just bad news for anybody.
True.
And yeah, you're free. It's been like a long 2-3 week, month.
Just hanging out.
Back to Maxon's bar.
Yeah. Might as well
We
go
can
back.
pick up a contract.
More to say.
I'm pretty
thank you.
sure. I'm pretty sure at this point, Maxon doesn't really want to see us.
Well, Maxon told you he doesn't blame you for it. You didn't know, and life will turn to normal again.
Yeah. I'll go talk to the dude. Just say like, hey, thanks for helping us out. You got any other work for us? Hopefully not involving an arcane crystal. You know.
Well, it's always all involving an arcane crystal.
Well,
Hopefully not involving
not
a
one that's-
arcane god crystal.
Yeah, exactly. We're not one that can summon fucking spider gods. You know.
I think we should have used it, but summon our own spiders.
Listen, man, spiders. Slip.
100% sure that's not how it works, but okay.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you just get possessed by a spider god or some bullshit like that. You know, probably wouldn't be good. All right. Well.
So yeah, you head back to the bar. Maxon's just kind of like, he's a little shocked to see you, but he knows that if Gargak sent you out, you're probably, okay to be out and about. And he's just like, well, this will be kind of hard, but it's just back to normal now.
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
Unfortunately,
With the Forsaken business.
Appreciado.
Appreciate, all that. We were looking for another contract and hopefully get out of your hair for a little bit if you had one that maybe didn't involve god crystals. Not saying that you did that on purpose, but just like, as a kind of...
Well, he says we
kind of
don't know.
suspicious. No.
If people knew what the crystals they would find at their missions, I feel like the rates would be different. Because the amount of times they go and they pay $500 for a contract that nets them $50.
Yeah, you're right. You probably correct on that one. Just,
So, I have no idea, but are you really ready for a contract already?
Yeah, we've been sitting around for about a month. I'm starting to get a little twitchy.
Give me the most difficult one you got.
Not the most.
He says, look.
Just whatever.
Not.
Our price range. We know how it
He
works.
says, I got one that just came up. He says, I'll give this one to you guys on the house for all the trouble. But this is the only time, and don't go spreading this shit to anybody else.
You got it. Thank you very much, Chief. Big contract.
And he hands you like an information crystal, a little small, like neutral crystal, kind of like the last one, where it's got the information. He says, now I think you learned last time to read that shit outside.
Correct.
Make sure not to get
Yes.
yourselves killed. And if you get anything that dangerous again, don't try to hide it.
Yeah, that didn't go so well. Didn't go so well.
Max and the finger guns.
Or maybe we should hide it better and not tell anybody about it.
Yeah, whatever.
Or even
Oh, no, I think we
even
learned our
ask
lesson
about the
there.
symbol.
Listen, you want to try and blame me
Our
for this
lesson
shit?
there.
I don't know, buddy. I'm not taking creepy jobs in the draft.
Oh no, asking about symbol was definitely the place to go. But next time, let's just not do it.
All right, whatever. We'll take it outside. We'll learn about this
symbol
contract.
was. But
Say goodbye to Maxon. Say goodbye to the goblins as we're leaving. I'm sure they're sitting there.
given the as I leave,
He kind of just gives you like the 2-finger like salute, like, see ya, rookies.
See ya. Have fun drinking and hanging out. Oh, all right. Let's see what this contract has for us, boys. and ladies.
All right, we'll look at the world map here. You know, it's funny. I made all the maps and shit, but never actually thought where you were going on the world map.
I'm making a list of people we potentially pissed off, just so we're clear.
That's
I'm making a list of people.
Do you have 2 pages
kill
of paper
at
for
the
that,
end of
Flint?
Yeah. People. Well, I just, if someone comes after us, I'm just gonna make sure that they're on the list,
I'm making a list of people I want to kill by the end of this.
Okay.
what is wrong with you?
Literally everything.
People we potentially piss off. The vendors.
You're lucky you have a ship. Holy shit.
The paladins.
I mean, I defending that crystal was
Maxim.
literally in my character's like traits. I told Brian before we even
The
started this, my character is
Forsaken.
vastly fascinated with the crystals, and if it
Silence.
requires something like that, he would definitely defend it with a burning passion.
Asshole. Oh yeah, no, I hear you. We're just RPing that. Silent.
It was interesting to say the least. It definitely forwarded certain parts of the plot that were intended for later.
Yep.
You were not going to find out
About silent.
Forsaken for a while, or Silent for a while. Definitely certain things have advanced.
Tell you what, though, I'm pumped about the Forsaken. Fighting a cult, that'll be fun.
So yeah, you met a lot of people in this session.
That
I
we
thought
were
we'd
not
be a
supposed to
little-
meet.
Well, I'm okay with it. I like sprinkling details. Now that you've seen it all, you'll be nervous about all of it.
So
Nervous.
All right, so we
I
got-
like the sprinkle stuff though,
Yeah, sprinkles of.
and I kind of doused it there.
We've also just opened up a bunch of doors for Brian to just use the raccoon emote from now on.
Yeah, we got.
I was using that raccoon emo. Literally, I had like as much as a lot of that accelerated. A lot of like stuff that was told was something that was planned from before first session.
Mhm.
Was all information.
We just
from
sped it
before.
up.
There was just reasons to share it because you got involved with the Forsaken.
Hmm.
And you also talked to Flint's dad, which was kind of like activating a quest in a video game, talking to Flint's dad.
That side quest. That's
Yeah.
side quest arcade, if you will. Anyway,
So-
contract 2.
You guys are heading down to the South Face Timberlands, down here in the south.
Mhm.
Unlike the weather of the north, this is rather warm, rather balmy.
I would hope so. It's right next to that lava-looking place.
Yeah, that too. I don't have a good village name. What's a good village name? I'm just gonna roll this dice here. In a nice city called Virtue.
Ooh. Fancy.
You are sent to meet a man. This time we'll say a woman.
Okay,
Living
yeah,
down
yeah.
in the south in the heat. There's a lot of gnomes for whatever reason. They were driven out of the mountains out there, kind of like most underground nations. So gnomes and halflings, a lot of smaller people live down in the south there. Not typically a ton of threats that would make the smaller creatures. And you're meeting a man named Milo. As he's kind of stumbled upon, what you can tell from the crystal, he stumbled upon an arcane burst. I think that's what we'll call them when the arcane kind of happens like that. He stumbled upon an arcane burst, but it's taken shape in ways that they've never seen before, at least not that he's ever heard of. In fact, the arcane burst took shape in the form of a big ass mansion forming up on top of a foggy hill that can seemingly only be approached at night. During the day, it's almost like the mansion moves. You walk towards it, and it feels like you're walking in place as you're stuck in the fog. But the fog lifts a bit at night, and you can access it. That's about all you've got written on the crystal. And you land in the city of Virtue, and it's a small, like it's right by the coastline here.
Yeah.
So you've got the hills still up on the north, but then you've got that dock. And there's not really a ton of like normal docking places for a ship. There's a lot of trees in the way, and you end up just kind of parking right on the beach. This is the only kind of flat zone. And people are almost a little annoyed that you've parked on the beach, but there's really nowhere else to put your ship.
Right on.
And you head in, and Milo is, as many times when people are crystal hunters are hiring, he seems to be a bit of a religious leader of the area.
Oh no.
Okay.
I remember the name. But much like their dwarven brethren from underground, they worship Moradin, who is lawful good. Moradin doesn't really suit the sea life nature that they have, but it's clearly a remnant of old that they still worship Moradin.
Morden? Sorry, you said?
Moradin, yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit of a remnant of old that they still worship Moradin from their days living in mountains and various like that. So you're not really too worried about that religious side, as they are. It is a lawful good religion. And yeah, you're kind of brought in. Like, I'm thinking like total, coastal town with like hay huts and whatever, a lot of fishing going on. Quite peaceful, really.
All right.
However, you feel like an absolute giant, as this place is primarily populated by gnomes and halflings.
Except for Varus.
Varus is probably.
Or is Varus taller than the gnomes?
Oh, absolutely.
Varus is taller.
Absolutely, we're all taller for sure.
How much
Gnomes and
taller?
halflings are like, I think Varus is like 4'5" or 5' nothing, and they're like 3 feet tall.
Gotcha.
Damn.
And one second. Gatorade lozenges.
Hey.
So they completely derailed everything.
Of course they did.
Hell yeah, we did. All broken up.
Was all you needed?
Yes. I'll chat with you after.
Aiden's just like, you gotta pick your battles. I was like, I did. I chose that one.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So you're wandering around. You see shops selling lots of fish and kind of tribal area. And there is one hut that's like clearly kind of the more religious one. You could tell that there's some statues out in front with like Moradin's hammer on top of them and the forge symbol. And it stands out quite strongly in juxtaposition to the lifestyle that they're living on this like beach paradise kind of area.
It's like super simple lifestyle, and then you have like this big boy hut.
Well, then you've also got this like the hut is very like you've got the stone pillars, and you've got the big like anvil look to it, and like the big mighty hammer, and like Moradin, your visuals for him is like big mighty mountains and castles and giant forges and something you'd almost see more in the Burning Plains. And then here you are at this like beach place, and you're just like, okay, this definitely does not like line up. But it's not uncommon to see these races worship those creatures or worship those gods. Yeah, so there you are, landing on the beach.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess we better go see if we can get any more info out of Mr. Milo there. If we can. I mean, this mansion's got me curious, but I'm assuming Aiden can't hear us at all, right? Is that what
I
it
have
is?
no idea.
I'm assuming by all the typing.
Well, I was just typing because, I didn't want to interrupt Brian or anything, just to talk to Aiden.
All right, so you guys kind of head through. As you're going, you got a lot of people. You're getting a lot of stares, right?
I would hope
But a
so.
lot of the stares you can tell are almost like excited that you're here,
Oh yeah.
as they know. You can clearly tell the people know who you are. Not like that they know that you're Bjorkus, that the songs are written about in the far lands,
We
but that they
killed
know
the
you're-
dragon.
but that they know that you're crystal hunters, and they've been having this bad omen essentially.
Dude, having some Monster House moments we gotta fucking take care of here.
So they don't know who we are, they know what we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you head up, and you see you enter the hut, and even though like it's got the big grand like visuals for Moradin, like inside it's still just a fucking sea hut. And Milo is dressed in like full like dwarven like outfit that would suit Moradin. Like he is a priest of Moradin, and so he is dressed like decked out like in gold and silver and jewelry, and again compared to everybody else, like you got to imagine that outfit is fucking hot, as it's hot down here, and everybody else is just like sea life clothing, a bra and a fucking seaweed skirt. Like it's hot.
Damn.
And he turns to see you, and this little itty bitty gnome has this just like unbelievably deep voice.
Oh. Shit.
You can't tell if it's an act or if it's real.
I hope it's real. Just like please. I hope you got the deepest voice.
And you just see him turn to you and just, you must be the Crystal Hunters.
Yep, that's us. We got your contract here about gonna read through my notes here. Spooky mansion that you can't approach during the day. Arcane burst. Doesn't sound good. I was hoping you could give us a little more info. Obviously, it's not approachable right now, but I'd like to.
I get this vibe of Scooby-Doo when I hear Spooky Mansion.
Yeah, it is a spooky mansion. Look, my point is, any other information you had, when it appeared, and what kind of things it's been getting up to, anyone disappeared around there, things like that. I'd love to know.
Well, we had we've not seen it before. It was not an area that was commonly explored around here. Not really much value for us up there. But we had a massive, almost unnatural storm, maybe a couple of weeks to a month back. It created a large fog up there that never left. It was after about 2 weeks, we started to be concerned. Okay, that fog is not natural. That is not weather related. It is clear blue sky, but there's still fog. So we sent some men to go explore. And even if they felt like they were walking in a straight line, they would just show up at a different part of the forest. Like it was like they just pop out one end of the fog.
Okay.
Never really found anything. But this kind of rumored place, after some time, the youngins, the teenagers, the young fools, they decided to start exploring a little more. And they started going out there, partying at night. And that's when they saw the mansion that had formed up there. Large building, large old home, hidden in the fog. And so they went to explore it. And, well, to be honest, none of our people were comfortable entering it. We're not combatants. We're fishers and farmers.
Hell yeah.
He says, so we We called Crystal Hunters. We'd been up there before. That mansion did not exist. No one built that mansion. The only thing that made any sense was that it was some kind of arcane energy. And if it wasn't arcane, it's still a threat, and it's still the job of a Crystal Hunter.
Word. Well, so no one's really. There hasn't been any damage caused. It's just that's just not supposed to be there. We're just checking it out. Okay.
We start to hear noises from it. It's getting more and more intense. The weather has changed periodically. The mansion seems to be bigger than it was as our scouts have looked at it. They can hear sounds from it. It's hard to describe.
Huh. Can you,
Infrequent, but increasing more.
Can you hear those sounds all the time or just at night?
Just at night.
Just at night. Okay. So there's really not much we can do during
So the only activity from this thing is at night.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you've tried to approach it during the
Makes-
day and it stopped you in general.
Makes me wonder.
Well, it's kind of like you remember like Legend of Zelda way back in the day, and you went to the cave, and if you went right, it extended. If you went left, you came back to the starting point.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that, where they were like wandering around, no matter
That
what
was
they
the
did, they
Lost
just
Woods. That
showed
wasn't
up.
a cave.
Whatever, the Lost Woods. You just kind of appear somewhere else. Like they can't seem to see it in the day, but then it just kind of pushes you out.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we can work with that. So, very interesting. I'm not really the the brainiest of the bunch, but obviously we gotta wait till night until we can approach this thing. Doesn't sound like it's too dangerous on the nose. Anyway. I'm just glad no one's got hurt up to this point. And you say you haven't had any crazy arcane bursts like this before.
Well, I'm an older man. I've seen it. I'm not originally from the South Face. Says I do come more from the north, but met a woman on business in Eros, moved down to the south. So
Yeah.
I've been experienced in arcane bursts before. That's what gives me that inclination. But none of the village people here are ever really familiar with arcane bursts.
Okay. Well, understood. I suppose we're just gonna have to wait to do any scouting of this. We can't really go up and check it out and then come back at night. So, that's all the information you got on it. Is there somewhere we can post up, wait out to the night, like a tavern, an inn sort of thing? I know it seems like a kind of a smaller village, but maybe you got something along those lines.
I mean, if you're looking to get drunk before a mission, I can understand. There are
No.
places.
Well, we've had our fair share of getting drunk, but more just somewhere to wait it out comfortably. Do you understand?
I mean, you can hang out here. You can hang out on the beach.
Sure.
Typically, they don't really set up much of a. We don't have many guests, so there's no real benefit in an inn.
Understandable.
And we don't really have we do party, but for a tavern, they typically just set up outside.
I'm just
Party
starting
by
to get
a
a
bonfire.
I'm starting to get like a Jamaican feel from these people. I don't know why.
Possibly.
Oh yeah. There's,
I was totally ad-libbing when I was like, how does he sound? Does he sound squeaky or does he sound deep? Let's just give this gnome like the deepest voice we can. I thought it was funny.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well,
Not intended to sound Jamaican, I'm just trying to sound deeper.
no.
Well, not necessarily like the deeper voice, but like you, they live on the beach, and they all just kind of chilling out, and they're
I've already called it a little paradise.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just hanging.
And then
hanging out.
and then you mentioned like, oh yeah, we occasionally party, and I was like, okay, this is Jamaica, gotcha.
I love
Sure.
it. Sure. Well,
Granted, that's extremely stereotypical of me to say, but
I don't really want to take up too much of your space here. I mean, I know you called this, but kind of rude.
Oh, far from, far from. He says, and there's of course the discussion of your payment for this. Do you typically work on just the what you find inside, or do you require some kind of payment up front after the job's done? What would be a fair price to you?
Half and half is usually reasonable.
Yeah, I'd say half and half. If you're okay with that, Yahada. I'm assuming the other two will be fine with it.
No problemo.
Down with that? Alright. Yeah, have to cover our travels and then have to on-job completion, I think, is acceptable for us. I don't know what price you were offering in the contract there. We did read it, but I don't think we ever covered that.
I think it'd actually probably be written in the contract. So he grabs a bag, and he hands you it, and it's about 400 gold. And he says half up front
Understandable.
and half when it's done.
That's a fair price, my good sir. Then, of course, anything we find inside the spooky mansion, we will...
Please take anything you find inside. It's not like we would go and get it ourselves.
No, of course not, of course not, of course not. Well, we might as well spend some time here, get to know your lovely hospitality until we have to go up there at night. If you don't have any other information, we could just hang out. I don't really have any other questions. It's pretty straightforward. Like, as Flint, it's just like spooky mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang out.
Let's head to her. You spend the afternoon somehow still arguing about the choices of the past.
Out of curiosity, if we're doing this at night, how is this going to affect like our characters' sleep schedules and all that? Because obviously we're acclimated to sleeping at night.
Like it's night. Like you're going out at 8, 9 o'clock. If you clear out a dungeon in like 4 hours, it's like 1 o'clock. You might be a little tired, but
yeah, we won't
it's
be
not gonna like
exhausted or anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll chill out till it's dark enough for us to go up there and fuck around the mansion, I guess. Makes good sense for me.
Cool.
I'm good.
So yeah, you hang out for the
Works
day.
for
You
me.
kind of go around. You maybe eat some fish. You enjoy the beach on your toes. You're like, this ain't so bad. Like, I could get used to this kind of thing if it comes, for every mission. Like,
Yeah, this is way
talk
better
about
than fucking
relaxed.
Firelands, dude. Firelands
Like,
is cold as fuck.
considering you went from the Firelands, which was just like freezing cold, to then living in some bullshit fucking paladin temple with like not allowed to go anywhere without an escort to, sitting on the beach, sitting on the beach, sipping margaritas,
Hell
waiting to go make some bank. Like,
yeah,
that's hard to argue.
Well, fucking slam dunk. Just go into the mansion, go, hey, where the fuck's this crystal? Get rid of the spooky house. Old man Jenkins.
All right, so nighttime comes around. Milo comes up to you guys and he says, "All right, I'll lead you to it. I'll let you do your jobs."
Hell yeah. Thank you very much. We'll make sure it's done in an expedient fashion.
So yeah, you're led up the mountain.
Sure.
And you see it, like, even before you can, like, get really close to it, like, you could see that there's a mansion, like, up over on the hillside. And, there's a shroud of fog, but it's clearly, like, faded. You could see, even from the beach, the shroud of fog. You basically knew where you were going even before you got there. The proximity to the village, you could see, is why it's,
A problem kind of deal.
why it's concerning to the people. You head up and you walk in, and the mansion seems to be, it's there. You're not seeming to get lost in the fog or anything. And when you come up to it, and there's the door right in front of you, you can see the windows along the side. It's a fairly big mansion.
Cool. I'm gonna walk right up the front steps, just fucking rap on the door as hard as I can. I want to see if it does the spooky thing where it opens. I want to see. Might
So you got like a creepy doorbell too, like.
I'm just
Just gonna
bashing
fucking
it.
knock it off its hinges.
You just like bang, bang, bang. It kind of rattles, but it rattles a bit different than you're used to, like a wood door knocker rattling. The impact is a little bit different, but then the door just creaks open.
Ah, yeah, it did the fucking scare. It just opens. Okay, that's cool, boys. Are you ready to fucking go in here and get spooky, or what?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Alrighty.
Absolutely. I'm terrified of ghosts.
Gonna torch up real quick, assuming we haven't already done that. You know.
Oh, this is a small map.
This is a weird map.
Yeah, spooky mansion. It's very black in here.
I haven't put your character token in yet.
I get you.
And it also needs to have their HP fixed again.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently our Kaon's on the verge of death here.
Yeah, no, he's.
Yeah, it's not updating for some reason. It should be updating every time. something
Mine
changes.
stayed the way it was.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. You guys can see, right, in the room you're in?
No.
No, I cannot.
It
Let
is
me refresh real quick.
Black F.
Really?
Yep.
It says you should be able to see.
I can't see shit.
Oh, you know what it was? I know what it is. My bad.
Now you clean. You clean. Hey.
Rats.
Nope.
Cats.
Rats.
Cats. There are 5 black cats just kind of wandering around purring.
Well, as long as they're
Well.
purring.
Oh.
If I had to kill a cat, I'd legit just leave. I'd be like, nope, I'm going to bed.
Could. Well. Zalaria.
Again, Brian, you're a cat lover. You wouldn't do that.
Zalaria's going up. She's gonna try and pet one of the cats.
Oh, there's shit I forgot to put on the map. I literally finished this at like 2:20, which we start playing D&D at 3 o'clock my time.
Oh boy.
So just give me 1 second. Of all the things, that was not what I expected. Okay. This cave, I think, will be more about puzzle solving than anything.
Oh,
Or you'll just get really lost and I'll be giving you hints.
I'm
One
good
of-
at puzzle solving.
I mean, I'm good at puzzle solving, but Varys, not good
Bear's
at
bad
puzzle solving.
Unfortunate, really.
This is one of my first real attempts at like a more complicated dungeon. So hopefully it pans out. But yeah, so you enter this room. This is the first room you see. See a set of stairs up in front of you with 2 large doors at the top of it, and you see the 5 cats roaming around.
I
And
see a key in the
you
top
don't
left.
even require a perception check. You see a key laying across the ground that's over on the top left. That's like the size of a sword. Not a keyblade. It looks like a normal key.
Not a keyblade. Damn it!
But it is the size of a keyblade.
It's size of keyblade, but that's just a big ass key. All right, well, I guess we.
Well, it looks like our Kaon's carrying it.
Well, I mean, I can carry too, but.
And the cats, they kind of just like wander around, and
All right, well.
they're kind of just like.
I'm really starting to think these cats might have some significance
Zalaria's
here.
gonna try and pet one of the
Can I
cats.
make a see if these are
It
normal cats?
tries to, dude. You're in an arcane mansion. No nature check required. Zalaria, I'm sure, would go to try to pet the cat, and it kind of hisses and runs from her, and won't let her get near it.
Damn it. I'm very sorry.
Cats.
Cats are dicks. You know, that's how it is.
I think I'm just gonna grab the key.
Okay, so you grab the key. It's big. Like you have to like strap it or like hold it with 2 hands or something.
I'll hold it with two hands then. I got
Okay.
this.
Very good.
Coordinate with Zalaria to try and catch one of those cats.
Why do we need to catch the cats?
I mean, this
Just
is
let them
this is
let them be.
100% what Zalaria would do. She wants a fucking cat pet. Like, let's be real.
I mean, they are running. Like, if she starts to sprint, they are starting to sprint around and trying to actively avoid her.
Damn it.
I would
I'm
too if
gonna
I
be
was being
helping
chased by a
first
bear
cat.
character.
All right, roll me an acrobatics check.
All right. Can do, buddy. Acrobatics. 1d20 plus 2. Plus 2. 17.
You think you've got it. You're right on it, and then it just totally stops and like jukes you. You slide a bit forward, and it runs the other way.
Oof.
You
Try again, damn it.
son.
Unfortunate. Bjorkus is laughing at these guys.
We can continue to try, right?
Yeah.
It's not like
Feel like we can, but it's up to you.
With your passive perception, Aiden, you also notice that the door up on the right is small, like cat-sized small. There's also another door right over here that's equally as small.
Okay.
So a bunch of gnomes live here.
Smaller than a gnome.
Big key. 2 cat sized.
I'm assuming this is an actual staircase, right?
Yep.
Okay.
is it
It
leading?
faces up, and there's a large door with like no door handles, no nothing. You can tell it's a door by the general shape, but there doesn't seem to be anywhere to enter a key, anywhere to any kind of door handle.
Bjorkus, ram it.
I'll go
Examine.
try and give her a good smack, see if we can get that door open. Just boot it.
Cat.
You give it a hard smack, and you realize, much like the door you knocked on, even though it looks wood, it doesn't behave like wood.
Eh.
There is something about this that it will not. You do not think you could break through it. You couldn't axe through it. It hits like steel, even though it looks like wood. It feels like wood.
Did you see that cartoon movie, Monster House?
Mhm.
Yep.
No. We're inside a living house. No.
I think so, but alright, so we got 2
I
cat
check out
doors.
those cat doors.
They also are locked. They do have a key slot, though.
But I got an overly sized key for a tiny door.
Welcome to the puzzle room.
With the lights in the corners.
They're just lights, I would assume.
I just wasn't making you light a torch. They're just lights.
Hmm.
This place is illuminated. I just think the atmosphere is a little nicer when you have just the candles in the corner rather than the global illumination.
Yeah.
This room's fairly lit, but there's other rooms that maybe aren't entirely lit. So if I put them in the corner, sometimes there's like some shaded spots. This room apparently did not, but whatever.
I'm gonna try and catch another cat. I have no fucking clue what to do at this point right now.
Well, there's also a door on the left. I don't know if that was clear when you could see it.
Oh,
There's
no,
a
I
door
did
here.
not.
I was
and a
about
door
to
here.
ask what that was, yeah.
This is a
What
door.
about the door on the left?
Do they have keyholes or are they just openable?
This one does not have a keyhole. This one does have a keyhole.
Well,
Alrighty. Well, I guess we opening this door right here then.
square peg, square hole. Seems about right.
That one's the locked one. You got them backwards. That one's locked.
Wait, what?
The one you walk to is locked.
Okay. So this
And
one.
does the key fit?
The key is way bigger than the keyhole.
Okay.
Like, the key is
That's
the
why
size
I
of
was
the sword.
confused because you just said it had a keyhole. I'm like, okay. All right. So I guess we opening this door if we can.
I mean,
Yeah, you give it like a tap, and much like the bottom door, it just creaks. It's on its way open.
Oh. Well,
Hello, hello. What we got in here? Okay, so there's another door up here. Is this door locked?
The door is not locked.
All right. I'm gonna attempt
You
to open
do
it.
notice, again, with your passive perception, you look up in the ceiling, and it looks like there's a square hole in the ceiling, and what looks like, there's an odd square hole, and then above the hole, it looks like almost like a button, but it's like up in the ceiling.
How
How
I
high
wonder
is
if
this
there's
ceiling?
anybody here that has access.
It's like a 20-foot ceiling.
Oh, rip.
It's a pretty high ceiling.
So high ceiling, hole in the top.
Bjorkus, you want to give me a booster? I think I may be able to jump to get it.
All right. We'll give that a go. I'll try shot putting you. Let me do a
Checks you two rolling.
athletics, I would assume.
Goal's gonna be to hit the button.
I mean, the button with the
Rolling.
sink and everything is like a good 20+ feet. Like, that's a huge leap.
Yeah, but I'm gonna throw him.
Well, yeah. Plus, can Yahada telekinetic leap me right after? Anyway.
You could just telekinetic leap up to it, but then you would just fall down.
Well, that's what Bjork is for. Catch him.
Well, all right.
Oh,
All right.
Stand there.
Let's do this, I
Get ready
guess.
to catch him. Throw him up there. Buckaroo.
All right, roll me an athletics check from Flint and an acrobatics check from Aiden.
20.
and I assume in acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get up, you hit the button, you hear a click from the center room, but then as soon as you take the pressure off the button, the click clicks again. So it's like tick tick, and you realize you have to keep some consistent weight on it, but it's on the ceiling.
This is like some Legend of Zelda shit where this house like moves.
Or,
What-
is there
what-
any,
Yeah,
I didn't see
change.
if you could stack
Do I
or
see anything else in the room?
I didn't hear what Aiden said.
There's the door
You
right
can
in front of me that I
stack.
haven't opened.
Yeah, but you have to keep the thing, like, you realize that there's no, like, even if you did stand on each other's shoulders and hold it open, the thing closes as soon as you release the pressure, so it wouldn't get you anywhere.
Yeah, it just open.
We can
like
just try
boxes or
we can
something
try
like
the
that.
door I'm in front of and come back to the button.
Yeah. There's nothing else in this room that could like be used.
I mean, there's stuff in here you could check and investigate and perception.
Yeah, I'll do that. I have a pretty high perception.
Maybe mark everything you find with where you found it, too. That's actually kind of important.
Okay.
a
I just get
button in
passive
this
+1
room.
when I'm around you, right, Aiden? Am I getting that right? Or is it?
You get an extra
One
plus
does.
one, yeah.
Well, not much, I don't think.
You don't see shit.
I don't see fuck all. Yeah, maybe Zalaria will.
I'll give you still if I can re-roll that.
I just rolled a perception check.
Add 2 more to that.
Well, you're investigating the door, so from what you can tell, it's a door.
Whoops.
Pranked. You want me to re-roll that, Aiden? Is that what you're saying?
What are you investigating right now,
add
Flynn?
roll.
You're standing on a table, and that's all I see. Are you checking the drawers inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the drawers inside of here. Real quick.
Okay.
Because you add 2 to that roll.
Nothing in the table.
You add 3 to that roll.
There's still nothing in the
Still
table.
nothing in there. Nothing's nothing.
I'm gonna check this like counter thing here.
Yep. You find a key, normal
Ooh.
sized.
All right, how do we mark if there's a key here? Mainly because you told me not to draw on your maps.
You can draw on the map for this one.
Okay.
I don't mind a little bit of drawing or like marking for certain things, but
There. How about
this one's
that?
okay.
All right. So there's a key there.
Is there anything by the shelf I'm at?
What was your roll?
1 second, let me do that.
Think you're just gonna get a freebie here? Oh. Oh.
There's nothing in there. You are very certain of that.
Absolutely. I'm 9,000% sure.
All right. Have we checked everything in this room then?
Well, pretty much.
Well, you checked the table or the 3 objects in there, and you've investigated the hole in the wall, or the hole in the ceiling.
All right. Well, shall we go through the door?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Try it.
All right. I open the door.
Right, yes, I forget that I have to move things for you to see the door. Oop, I moved a map by accident. My bad. There we go.
Well, there's another key in here, guys.
Also, judging by it, it's the same size, but obviously different cut as the one you found in the front.
Oh boy.
Very large.
Roll me a passive perception there, Flint.
Okay.
Or perception.
22.
You see up in the ceiling, there's also a small key kind of like jammed in to the ceiling.
Oh.
Like taped or like inside?
Like stabbed into it.
Hey,
The
Varys.
ceiling.
Be careful moving right away.
Oh, okay. I'll move back.
Hey, Varys.
I just want to see if everybody's coming in the room first.
Okay. You want to grab a key there, buddy? Oh, actually, hold on. How high up is it? 20 feet still?
20 feet.
Can Zalaria's Thorn Whip reach that key?
I don't think she got the precision to grab it.
No? All right.
It's too small to grab it with a thick thorn.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh,
Is it tossing?
it might be toss time.
I can't do the telekinetic leap again.
You don't have a table to help you
Hit that height.
to get to that height.
All right. I'm gonna move towards the key.
Quick scan of the room, check for anything suspicious.
I can barely see like squares in this map, so like, okay.
I didn't
Oh,
put any grid
fuck.
squares on this map. This one's free roam. There's no grid squares.
All right.
I actually like made the map, then cut the floor out and put hardwood underneath because it looked nicer for a mansion.
I was like, I'm just being careful walking because I didn't know if there's initiatives around here.
Well, you'll find
All
out.
right. So as you said, obviously this key is same size, just different door essentially.
It's a large key. Yeah.
All right. I guess we start inspecting everything in this room then. And I don't have a high perception, so I wouldn't recommend that I do it to everything.
I'll look around.
All right. So you grab the big key. So you've got 2 big keys with you. Dual wielding keyblades.
I
here,
think
Roxas.
Archeon should carry one of these. One is heavy enough.
You pass the key to Archeon.
All right.
You kind of chuck it over to him.
Ugh.
Collecting keys out here.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna expect this couch to the right of me here. This
All right.
Couch.
So you walk to the couch on your right. You put your hand on it to look underneath the cushions or anything.
Did I find any spare gold coins? Nothing.
So when you put your hand on it, it's not soft like a couch should be. It's actually hard, like almost wooden.
Oh
You
God,
lift
is it a
your
mimic?
hand up, and your hand is stuck to it, at which point the cushions then lift up with fangs. Roll for initiative.
Oh my God, I just procced a mimic.
Sneaky bitch!
Gonna let us look there, but no. Alright, well, I got an 11.
Oh man, a mimic. didn't see that one coming. I'll be honest. Because like when you think of a mimic, you think of a chest, not a couch.
They can literally turn into anything.
I'm well aware, but the stereotype is of course a chest.
Also, the couch behind you also too shows fangs.
Oh joy.
Fucker.
Are you driving?
Oh fuck, a mimic!
Are you driving Archeon, Tyler, or am I?
I can like roll for him and all that, but I don't have his character sheet up. Unless you can like send me through Discord like a link to the.
It's literally just the Google Drive in the folder there.
I know I don't have the Google Drive. I was never given it.
I've shared it with you before.
How'd you get your character sheet in here?
Oh, I
He gives it
just
to me and I make
I-
it for him.
Oh, I hear you. I was gonna say Yahada's in here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see the link that to the Google Drive in our history, Brian. And I'm scrolling.
No, I added your email and it's sent to your email. So if you go to Google Drive, like any Google Drive, you should be able to just go to the left where it says shared with me, and you should see a link to the folder.
All right, so Drive shared with me. Come on. Magitech campaign. Character files.
Yep.
Archeon. Okay.
It's 3 initiative, so roll d20 plus 3. You will never trust a couch again.
Unfortunately.
You're right.
Tyler, do you want Archeon to go first, or can I?
You go first. Well, maybe we should get the tank in there.
What's Archeon's
'Cause
initiative?
Either way works for me.
22?
Archeon's initiative was
Fine.
3.
Your hand, by the way, is like very stuck to this. Like super.
I didn't know mimics could be sticky.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a little weird. Okay, so what is like Archeon's movement speed here?
25 like yours.
Oh,
Or
so
5.
He can move 5. All right. So closest I can get him is right about there. So I'm guessing this whole couch is a mimic. Like it's not like separate mimics.
Yeah.
All right.
Big ol' mimic.
So I'm gonna get him like up close and personal, and you're gonna have to give me a minute to read up on his stuff because I don't know anything unless Flint's got some recommendations here.
Maybe let Vara shoot while you read.
All right, I can do that. I moved and everything.
They share the same initiative. It's not going to change anything.
All right.
I'll just mark the mimic that Yahada is stuck to.
This is a lot different than mine. Holy shit.
That was hit.
Both miss.
Really?
You
Hot
managed
damn.
to hit, but the hard, scaly, like, carapace of the mimic, it just bounces right off. Like, it deflects, and you can clearly tell you hit, but you did little more than, like, tear the carpet of it. It didn't do any damage. It's hard to miss a couch, but you have to hit the couch effectively.
Unfortunate.
And you didn't really penetrate its skin.
That's some tough mimic.
That's a lot of damage.
Archeon has a shield, right?
Yep.
Archeon has a shield, yeah.
All right.
It might be easier for Flint since he knows the character.
Yeah.
Quicker.
Yeah, I'll drive him.
I'll read up on his stuff for next session in case he's not here again.
Yeah. Okay. I will
Like I can still roll for him and all that, but
Damn, these guys are far away from each other. That's annoying.
that's the closest I could get him.
Yeah, I'm not playing right now. I'm just looking at the situation. I'm gonna use threatening rouge on the mimic he's standing next to.
Okay.
Okay, roll the hit.
All right, so what am I rolling for this? Or you got it?
No, I don't have
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that nat one. It's the number 5
Glenn,
for
you-
tonight.
Flint, are you okay?
No, at least it's
You
not.
good, dude?
Nah. I told Storm Rage that he's since he's not showing up, I'm fucking killing his character, and that's how it's gonna be, buddy.
Okay. So the creature, it started to turn, and like the cushions come out, and like these 8 different like tendrils like come out of it, and they like flop on the ground. And while they're kind of tendrily, at the end they're a bit larger, almost like big like club feet.
Mm.
And one of them lifts up and swings at you, Yahada, who is like hand glued, and one swings over at Archaon.
I don't even understand why it doesn't just try and eat me. I'm right there.
Because it can crush you and then eat you.
2 for 1, boy.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay, you are hit,
Oh boy.
but Archaon is not hit.
Of course he's not.
And you take 14 points of damage.
Oh boy.
And the like thing has like wrapped around you.
Oh joy.
Like it smacks you, and now this thing is like stuck onto you.
Am I
If
gonna
anything,
have
like
to,
pushing
like,
heavy
am I
weight
gonna
down on you.
Am I gonna have to do like save throws or whatever to get out of it, or
You can try to escape it.
at the end of my turn, right?
See, it's not that specific. That's one problem I have with like grabs is there's no like specification on how long the grab lasts for, or like what the break saving throw is to break out.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'll probably just pick a number, and then you can roll to try to beat that.
All right.
And we'll do acrobatics or acrobatics to get out, because I think that's how grapples typically work. So that's how we'll work it.
All right. Am I rolling that now or?
On your turn,
All right.
you can do it as your move action to try to escape.
All right.
Bjorkus.
Okay. Well, since it's worked never in the last 4 battles, I will just run up to the. I don't think I can reach the other one, so I'm gonna go to.
Might as well get the one that's currently moving.
I don't think I can reach it. That's the thing. Maybe. Let me measure it out real quick.
Run movement action. You could.
6 squares. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he would just have a lower AC to hit after.
Yeah, I can mitigate that. All right, I'll run up to the one that's moving.
They're both moving, by the way. They both have all the tendrils out.
Oh,
There's just the one that 2 people are on.
Yeah, there's one that's currently the immediate danger.
well, I mean, if you get couch sandwich, it's gonna be pretty bad either way. Oh, whatever.
Dude, we'll make a fort. We'll be fine.
Actually, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk up to this guy, the other couch. I'm going to activate my Cloakerino, just in case. And I'm gonna nail it with Savage Cut, or I'm gonna try to.
You're going to attempt to.
I'm gonna hit it.
Flint, you hit it.
Oh
Fuck.
my!
Oh,
It's beautiful.
Dude, fucking rock hard. Alright. I can't do it.
As Aiden would say, I'm so hard right now.
That's 20 points of damage.
You smack it for 20 points. Flint, roll me a athletics check after you hit it. You literally, like, you smash it, you hear it, like, make this weird, grotesque sound. And you clearly heard it, but you use your hands. You've literally stuck your hands to it, and it's super adhesive. It's trying to hold on to you.
All right. So 19.
You pull off, but you leave a bunch of fur, like, on its surface.
Oh,
Ooh.
fucking Jesus Christ, that was worse than duct tape. Ow!
But what about flex
Fuck
tape?
me. Ah, it's flex tape. I wouldn't got it off, dude. It's like a fucking 20.
You could theoretically pour it right in cracks. You could do that.
But why?
But why?
Why would you do that?
Zalaria.
All right, well, Zalaria is probably fucking best suited for this shit.
Yeah, she walks up to a bear and get her fur stuck onto it. No.
Oh, no.
That sounds like an amazing
Fucking
idea.
Horrible idea. Close blast 3. Is there a way?
Well, when
that
I get home, I'm
can
selling my couch.
I can do a blast 3 without hitting someone stuck to this fucking couch, or is that out of the question?
I think it's a close blast, so it fires from her.
Okay. So instead of getting close, then I'm gonna just use Thorn Whip on the one grabbing Yahada.
Don't forget, you've got her new encounter power too.
What the fuck is her encounter power here? Quills?
What, does she turn into a porcupine now?
Oh, word. Okay. I'm gonna try the. Oh, it's close burst though. I gotta be like right next to it. Correct? No, it's ranged.
Close. Oh,
Am I reading this
I think
wrong?
close burst is actually like AoE around her. My bad. So she
Okay.
sprays AoE in a 2 square burst around her.
Ah, okay.
So if you just get behind the couch,
Oh yeah, I'm all over that. I'm just gonna Thorn Whip it. I don't want to get. If I kill my sister's character, I fucking live with her. She's gonna be real mad.
but she's already got like what, a fairy or something lined up.
She's got some other shit lined up, but doesn't mean she wants this one to die, dude. All right, Thorn Whip. Where you at, buddy?
That whip's gonna get stuck to the couch. I'm calling it.
Roll 1d20 plus 6. 22. How about that?
That hits it.
You're rolling a lot better than she is.
D.
For her, at least, not for yourself.
It's time for Flint
Oh,
to
wait,
make
no,
up for
that's wrong. That's wrong. Hold on. That's wrong.
Maybe we should all just roll for like another person, so that way we're not getting shit luck on
Okay,
ourselves.
that's a 12. But it's an at 8. I kind
All
Feels
right.
12.
of with the thorn.
She has to like let the thorn fall down like from the weapon instead of like pulling or anything. It's too large for her to successfully pull.
Okay.
But she does. Yeah, she hits it.
Hits it.
Okay.
Goes ow.
Rar.
Yahada.
All right. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do here, because this thing's probably gonna live for a good couple minutes here. Is if target hits, its turn, it takes extra damage equal to your constitution. I'm gonna hit it with Karmic Bond Augment 2.
Okay, so that'll work for Varus's and Archaon's hit before its turn. Was it start of your next turn or the start of
Start
its
of
next
my next turn.
turn? Oh, okay. All right.
I hit it.
Nope, you missed.
Fuck.
But I think does your Karmic Bond Augment 2 have a bonus? Or like,
not if it's missed.
Unfortunate.
Okay. Yeah, you just missed.
Point blank.
Damn, that's a tanky couch, dude.
All right.
Tanky couch.
And then you said I can roll to get out of its clutches.
Yeah.
It's a D20 plus 2, right? Because of acrobatics.
Yeah. That glue Or like, yeah, it is on top of you. Like you have a -5 penalty with this creature to
Oh
escaping
my
its grasp.
god!
Yep.
Somebody killed this
Working on it.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Mighty Couch over here, Flint. It's going to, its tendrils, 2 of them are going to swing at you.
Ooh, shit.
What's your AC, by the way?
16.
One hit.
Okay. My cloak is still active, just to let you know.
Okay.
-5 all damage.
I need to double check what I wrote. Oh, I did that wrong. I did that totally wrong when I rolled on Tyler.
Huh?
Okay, never mind. I rolled a nat 10 for him. Flint takes 4 damage.
Okay.
I rolled 2d8 when I hit you by accident instead of 1d10, Tyler.
Uh-huh.
But then I rolled a nat 10, and so I still did the same amount of damage.
Oof. Is he trying to sticky me yet? No?
Oh yeah, you're crushed down to the ground.
Can I trigger my utility power? Shrug it off? Try and do a saving throw right away?
It's not a saving throw, it's an escape check. So they're different.
Oh. So it's
Hey,
One
Smith.
happens naturally, the other one's a move action.
okay.
So not in this case.
Dang
I
it.
mean, he still has a move action this turn. No, because it's not his turn. Derp.
Turn now. I was just hoping.
Arcan.
Okay. Arcan. Where's your character sheet? Really wish you were level 3, my dude. We'll do first defensive stance. Get that +2 to the AC. That couch is, I believe, No, I missed. Never mind. I'm gonna do threatening rush again on the same couch. If I can.
Okay.
+9. 23.
That'll hit.
Okay, it's marked. And I'll do 1d10 plus Uno.
By the way, you are crushed and your hand is glued to the surface, just so you're clear, Tyler.
Sick.
You are pinned by a giant tentacle, and your hand is also stuck on the
It's
couch.
getting sexual up in here.
For 8 damage? Okay.
So are you trying to imply that I can't do anything on my next turn, or?
But you can still, like, stab at it from the floor.
Oh.
I just let you know that, like, you could escape from the pod and your hand's still stuck.
Would I have to roll another movement to get my hand unstuck?
It'd be 2 separate escapes, yeah.
Downgrade a minor action into a movement, though.
Apparently the dot shows up way to the right when I put the mark, but okay. Varus.
I'm gonna mark the one that Bjorkus is engaged with.
Okay.
Strike that bitch.
1 hit.
Elvin. Oh, 1. God damn it.
1 hit.
Okay, I guess we know their AC. Ooh.
Wow, what the fuck?
Ooh.
Oof. Oof.
So
5 damage.
5. And this is cold, by the way, just so you know.
Does cold
Okay.
affect anything? Because so far it's affected nothing, from what I can tell.
Creatures that are resist. 5e is weird that way. 5e is actually intended that, like, if you can research and find out what you're going to come up against, which might happen, you could then go buy, like, equipment with the money you have that then specifically does, like, elements and stuff. Some people, too, as you do modules, they're like, this is my 5th time doing the module. I'm going to get the ice weapon because it's super effective against this boss coming up.
Damn.
But I think Aiden has, like, the daily power that he can also boost its damage by 1d6. I think if you crit, you get a bonus 1d6 too. If I remember correctly.
Damn.
All right, couch. So first off, the Did you escape? I can't remember, Tyler.
Nope.
No, you did not. You take 5 crushing damage
Oh,
off
yay.
the bat.
Someone get this thing off of me.
And then the large creature, it's going to lift up like its jaws, and since it's so wide, it's going to mow down at both Yahada and Archaon. Also, Archaon needs to roll to see if his sword stuck to the creature.
Okay, is that athletics?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a max of 38 health, so I'm at 19, so I can actually proc Ardent Eruption.
Okay.
Because I'm bloodied.
16?
So,
Yeah, he frees his sword.
so with Ardent Eruption, Flint, I'm really hoping you land your next attack because it's 4 extra damage.
Oh, wow, I sure hope I land my attack, but probably not.
Had to say.
It's going to hit you, Yahada, and it's going to hit Archaon as well.
Oof.
Like the
I got a
minus
plus,
2
Archaon's
to
got a
try
plus
and hit
2 on
Yahada.
that, by the way. I don't know if that...
Roll a nat 17.
Okay. I don't know what its plus to hit is, so I was just asking.
You both take 8 damage.
Oh boy, I'm. Ooh.
You get fucked up in a lot of fights, Tyler.
Yeah, but yeah, I still seem to be coming out alive.
So far.
See how long
Barely.
that lasts.
Bjorkus.
Okay, lads. Here we go.
Just land something, please.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm gonna do. No, I'm gonna do Howl Fury on the motherfucker.
Okay.
9.
You're gonna miss that Howl of Fury.
I think I'm gonna miss that one, boys.
Valeria.
Okay.
One of these days, Augment, my thing will work.
Gonna just Thorn Whip it.
You.
Torn Whip it again.
Don't forget, she's got a daily power too. That if she lands a power, she could do a bonus 1d8 fire damage.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Yeah, burn the couch. Just light it on fire. I don't care if I'm attached
It's
to
not actually cloth.
it.
What
It's. I'm assuming it's some sort of flesh, though, right? In a weird
It's
way.
like a hard carapace.
Oh, you can still light carapace on fire.
15. Thorn Whip.
Shit, what's that on? That's against fort, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, no, these things are actually really high fortitude.
Oh fuck! Her weakness. A mimic.
Unfortunate, dude.
God.
Well, she's missing.
Yahada.
Alright, so, what I'm gonna do here, I'm assuming that Archaon is not considered adjacent to me right now. He's got a gap there.
No, there's a gap.
Alright, so I guess I won't worry too much about that combo then. I'm just gonna do Ardent Surge. So I'm gonna use a Healing Surge, essentially. To try and buy myself some time here. 16 health. Now I'm down to 9.
Oh, Flint, you can also roll to escape. You're crushed, don't forget.
Oh, for Bjorkus? Yeah, just athletics?
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, you're free.
And it's a move action, so I don't have to attack first, right?
What are you doing?
It's trying to escape, or do I have to? wait till the
Yeah,
end?
you can move action first.
I'm minus
You
5
have
'cause I'm
gotten
stuck
out
to
of
it.
the crushing, but your hand's still stuck to it.
All right, and then Aiden reminded me I can downgrade something to a move action, right?
You can downgrade a standard action.
All right. So then I'm gonna try and escape my hand from being stuck by downgrading, and then I'm fucked.
Your hand's still stuck to it.
And I still have an action point, right?
You still have an action point. You still have a minor action.
All right. So what's considered a minor action?
Your
I can
Ardent Surge, I think.
Okay, well I already used that, so.
Okay.
So then I'm going to use an action point to actually get another standard action. And I'm going to try and Karmic Bond this thing again with Augment 0. 7. Son of a bitch!
Fucking lean into him. Never mind.
Yeah, that's not working. Flint, 2 pseudopod things. The 2 tentacles are swinging at you.
All right.
Hit and a miss
Bueno.
Swing and a miss.
for 5 damage.
Okay.
Archaon can activate his Sword of Vengeance, by the way. Tyler was attacked.
And
Okay. He will
beaten.
activate that shit. Might as well. Things aren't going so hot, you know.
alright, so what's that doing exactly?
Well, let me read it.
Gives him an extra 1d10 damage when if he hits.
Gotcha.
I think he has to land the hit, and then he can activate it.
Gotcha. But all it requires is a bloodied ally is damaged.
A bloodied ally that was hit.
Gotcha.
Gain a +7 power bonus to attack rolls and a +1d10 on damage rolls with this weapon. So is that +7 to hit?
Yeah, it'd be an extra +7, so it'd be like
Oh,
plus
holy-
16.
If you fuck this up, I swear.
Oh, okay. Well,
A
I guess.
16? Are you
That,
fucking kidding
here comes
me?
that nat
Oh.
1, boys.
Yeah. I guess
No,
we
please.
use threatening rush again because that's with his sword.
Flint literally has like an 80% chance of success here.
Yeah, one.
There's
plus
20%,
9,
there's
plus
still that
7,
20%.
plus 16.
3 and above.
Holy shit!
I fucking called it a nat 1!
Hey, still 17, boys.
Do you want to spend his action surge to swing again?
Yes, I do.
Reroll it.
Now ones in a row.
Better.
God. Oh my god!
You hit it though.
God bless. All right.
Yeah.
So
3 and
it's
above hit.
2d10 plus 1.
Percent chance of
For
failing.
fuck's sake, Flint.
Hey, I don't see you making your fucking rolls here. Relax. You got 14 damage on the bitch.
I love how we can all do good, like, skill checks, but when it actually comes to hitting something, we can't
Man.
fucking do it.
Flint,
Ah, dude,
you've
hitting
rolled
shit
literally
too
like
hard.
5 nat 1s in critical moments.
But I haven't rolled
Today.
6 nat 1s in critical moments. That's all.
I know. I actually think that
We're,
was
we're still not done yet.
Do you want? I gotta roll athletics to see if he's getting stuck. You know what I'm saying? 16.
Yeah, you're fine.
Bueno.
Is this thing bloodied yet? Like,
Yeah.
Nope.
my god. This thing's taking a beating,
These these things are tough, by the way.
Apparently.
so I've noticed.
If you couldn't tell.
It's all you, Aiden.
Again.
So Archaon spent an action point. Yahada spent an action point.
That's
and
it so
Flint,
far.
did you spend your action point?
No. I haven't used it yet.
Are you free of the? Are
Which
you
one
no
of us?
longer?
His hand
Flint,
is
are you
still-
attached to it?
I'm still attached to my couch.
No, I'm asking Flint.
Oh, I'm
No, Flint is
I'm free. I'm
not.
free.
Or no, you were just recently hit for 5 damage. You're back to being crushed.
Oh yeah, true. All right, I'm not free.
Okay. Never mind then. I'll just twin strike it.
The one on the left or the one on the right?
Holy shit!
Woo, boys.
Oh, it's 10. It's crazy.
Attack on Yahada.
Alrighty.
Tyler, I don't know why the dice hate you, man.
Am I dead?
You take 15 points of damage.
Hey, I'm at 1 health. And I'm getting crushed now. Great.
And Archaon takes... no, that was a snapping maw. It bit at you.
Oh, okay. So
It
I'm
bit
not.
at both you and Archaon. And Archaon takes 13 points of damage.
Oof. Oof. This fight ain't looking pretty, boys.
Nope. Can't say it is.
the statistical chances of me missing as much as I have are so low, it hurts.
Statistical chances of Flint rolling 5 nat 1s on attacks.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
Just gotta get.
One.
Right,
I
yeah.
didn't count him.
I have a plan. We just gotta get to my turn.
All right.
Bjorkus.
Bjorkus is hitting it. All right, I'm gonna hit him with the hot thundering smash. I'm gonna try to anyway. I'm gonna miss the thundering smash, and I'm gonna.
You're also
use
being crushed.
a motherfucking action point.
It just takes the 5 damage on his turn. On
Okay.
its turn.
Can I roll to
So-
try and get out, or like it's movement?
You can spend your action point to roll again if you wanted, but
Yeah. Well, like I just kind of went to hit it, didn't really think about
and
it.
you could use your move roll to try to get out.
That's what I was getting at. 29.
Just gotta do the second roll and
you're
you'll
free.
get it.
I think I'm gonna tweak the rules of action points. If you want to spend it on a failed save or failed hit, you can guarantee the hit
Okay.
without re-rolling. So you can either guarantee 1 hit or roll 2 different attacks by spending the action point.
Gotcha. I like it.
I like that.
That's a good one, especially for Flint when he can't land his savage cut.
So then you've always got that option when you're doing like your huge daily power or your encounter power to dump an action point.
Yeah. I'm not gonna use my action just yet. I'm gonna hold it.
All right. So Solaria.
Well, Thorn Whip seems to be the best play of not getting fucked by the couch.
I can just imagine she's just sitting there whipping a couch.
Yee. I'm gonna use
The
that.
couches actually haven't moved solely because there's targets to swing at. The couches can run, by the way.
I believe it.
They can run fucking fast, actually.
All right, so I'm gonna smack him with the thorn.
No,
whip.
wait, no, I lied. They can run fast.
And I'm gonna use that daily power. Where the fuck is that? For the fire, you were saying, or encounter power?
Oh, it's her weapon power on her Hellfire staff.
Oh. Okay, so it'll do fire damage, I guess, instead of.
It changes everything to fire, and it adds 1d8 to the total.
Okay, perfect. So her thorn whip normally does 1d8 plus 4, so I'll do roll 2d8 plus 4 of fire damage. But I actually got to type in 2 instead of 1. That's 16 damage.
Hot damn.
And now there's a flaming mess of thorns on that fucking coach.
It is now bloodied.
Yeet. That's nice.
The one on the right.
Hey.
Yahara.
Alrighty. One moment. What is the radius of this? Close burst 5. Oh yeah, we're good. Alright. So I am gonna use second wind. So
Okay.
that gives me just a regular healing surge, right? No additions. Other than
Yeah.
it says +2 to all defenses until my next turn. So
Yeah.
okay, so give me some health. Then, thanks to Wind of Sympathy, an ally within a 5 burst radius can also use second wind. So I'm assuming Archaon would like to
Yep.
Yeah, he would.
use it.
Kaon 2 should actually have more HP. He should have like 41. We're just going to give him 10 more because I think that's what he gets per level. But I don't remember. But we'll put him there for now.
And to try and buy myself time, if I can land this, we're going to use Energizing Strike. 0.
Isn't second wind a standard action though? So you
So,
can't energizing strike.
It says at will. Or no, it says encounter for me.
Yeah, but there's.
That's the frequency at will, but it's still a standard. Like it takes your attack. It's a
Oh,
standard
okay.
action.
Okay. And So it's a standard action and a minor action?
It's a standard action to second wind. It's a minor action to Ardent Surge.
All right. So then I can use Ardent Surge to heal myself more.
Yep.
All right. So that's, I guess, what I will do then. And now I'm not allowed to use Ardent Surge for the rest of this fight. So hopefully I can not die. And
You
I'm
can still
done.
try to spend your move action to break free, too.
That's right, because I'm still stuck to his fucking cushion. Son of a bitch!
That hand is still stuck to it.
This is one sticky couch! Who's been sitting on it?
Dude, I don't know.
Bjorkus.
Bjorkus.
That's a hit to hit. $15 damage, Bjorkus. And you're crushed.
God damn. I'm bloody for sure.
Archaon.
Alrighty. Alrighty, Archaon.
I feel like Solaria would be throwing her seed of healing at this point.
So she still has that.
Probably.
Well, she probably need to run up to you to heal you, actually. Remember how well that went last time when you tried to throw it in your mouth?
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Well, I didn't have the ability to try and catch it. I was literally just stuck in place.
You do have a free hand this time. I'll be it's holding a sword.
I can sheath it real quick, and
And if she misses, it just sticks to the couch.
I'll just
What do
eat
you-
it off
I'm
the
gonna
couch and get my
use,
mouth stuck to the couch.
I'm gonna use shield bash on the couch in front of Archaon.
By the way, the couches are lifted a little bit. Like, tendrils went underneath where the legs were, and, like, it is standing a bit.
Oh. Okay.
Just to make them a little freakier. They are mimics, don't forget.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping somebody would be like, I'll let you guys browse this room. I'm going to flop on the couch.
And just dead. And just dead. Yeah.
I mean, it probably didn't help that the guy with probably one of the lowest
17.
perception decided to look around.
That's with Solaria?
No,
No,
that's
that's
Archaon.
Archaon.
What's he attacking with that?
the couch in front of him.
No, like what
Oh.
defense?
Oh, versus reflex.
That hits.
Bueno. 1d10 plus 4. 13. That's pretty freaking good, dude.
Please be bloodied.
Oh, it's already.
It's already bloody.
Oh, I didn't see the dot, so I didn't know.
It's way off to the right. Oh, it's off the map. It's where you guys can't see.
It's far away.
Oh, rip.
Because it's a giant token. It's like the
Mm.
dots are over here beyond the map.
All right,
You literally
Varus.
can't see them.
You there, Aiden?
Hello, Aiden.
Have you moved to the great beyond?
His parents are telling him it's bedtime.
Got school in the morning, Aiden. Even though it's
It's
Saturday.
Friday.
Hey, man, maybe he's got detention. Granted, I don't know. Does Canada do like Saturday school?
No. Well,
No.
maybe.
Oh.
Not generally.
I'm also certain that if they did, it wouldn't be every school. Because, like, I know here in America, it's not every school that does Saturday school.
Both hits.
I want to ask what happens if someone who
You're gonna have to type that out, buddy.
Yeah, type that out, please.
You can add an extra D8 damage with your cold weapon if that's what you're asking. So you can minor action to mark it for the extra D6. Then you can also spend the free power to add the extra D8 from your great bows. Assuming that's what you're asking.
He said something about what if he doesn't want to, and then that's when I stopped hearing.
I'm really looking forward to the next session where we have ideally more people that actually show up. I'm a little annoyed that Andrew didn't show up like 2 minutes before the session, but I think it probably has something to do with his parents saying you have to do this now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was in the chat at 9 o'clock. He might have just popped in.
But I just, put 5 hours worth of effort into making a map.
It's a shame because they missed. I thought this was one of the better sessions so far since I caused chaos.
This creature's probably too large to push.
Yeah, Zalaria couldn't pull them, so.
Aiden?
Excuse me. Oh, he's typing.
Because D&D is always funner with more people, up to a certain point. When you have 5, there's so much more energy. When you have one person with no mic and another person with and the 2 people gone, you're just like,
yeah,
it's 2 people, and it's not as fun.
So that's
10,
2 twin
20,
strikes.
31. This creature is very wounded. That hit left it with a shriek.
Neat.
You just heard a couch shriek.
Right, it's
What was up with that?
39. It's 33.
You had 2 to your D8, or to your, because is it 2 per shot? Oh shit, yeah, it would be 2 per shot. So that's enough to kill it then.
One couch down.
Your hand is still stuck to it though, Tyler.
Are you kidding me?
It's still sticky, dude.
I figured it was like a mucus it was producing while it was alive, not once it's dead.
The substance breaks this down 5 rounds after the creature dies.
Oh,
What
God.
happens? So what? After combat, I just have to sit there for like a couple minutes. Like, hey, you guys going around me?
For a good amount of time before it dissolves, yeah.
I'll just chill here, guys.
Bjorkus.
Yo. What am I gonna do?
You are being crushed right now.
Yeah.
So feel free to take that 5
By
damage.
2 of the tendrils.
Dang it, dude. Well,
And get out.
try and get out of that first. That's my movement. 28.
You push both of them off of you.
The fuck off me, tendrils. I don't fuck with that shit. You know what?
Don't fuck with no lettuce.
Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a healing surge here. I think that's probably the safe play. Rather not fucking die right off the rip. So, do that. And we'll say that's a plus 13 to my health. Ooh. And, do I have any minor actions I can do? Nope. Okay, that's Bjork's turn. Easy.
Zalaria's turn.
Alright, Zalaria. Gonna move up. Probably through Varus here. And whip it good.
Whip it real good. Da, da, da,
Miss it
da.
real
Oh,
good.
could use her action point, or is she already used it?
Yahada.
She hasn't used it yet.
All right, for the love of God, get me Off this couch!
You, with your frustration, pull so hard, you tear a bit of skin off your hand to get it off.
Oh!
It
Ooh.
is rather painful. You take no damage, but you're like, ah! And that's your move action.
Ouch. Sounds awful. Alright, well, I'm
That'd be
done
a
with
fear
my
for me.
turn then. I'm staying clear from that couch.
Those will both hit you again, Flint.
God damn it, dude.
I didn't hear
15
that,
damage.
but I heard. I didn't hear that, but I read "God damn it" from your lips.
God damn it, dude.
Archaon's turn.
Alright. Archaon's gonna run up.
Get that tin
Bap,
can in
hit
there.
him with that threatening rush. 1d20 plus 9.
Now, Archaon's pretty sizable
18 to
himself.
hit.
Would he be able to push
Miss.
the couch?
What the fuck? 18? Oh my god. It has an AC of 18, doesn't it? That's butt cheeks.
Nope, it has higher, but an AC of 18, you to hit it.
Dang.
An AC of 19.
Unfortunate.
Varus. We're gonna call her after the mimic's dead too.
Yeah.
Alright.
Blast it.
Okay.
dude. Blast it.
And just mark that bitch. Just need to double check that this is indeed how it works. Okay. So I'm going to. I'm gonna like fucking run my foot along the ground like a bull about to charge, but then I'm just gonna fire 2 shots into it. Thunder
Okay.
Horrible Strike.
Second one hits. Clearly.
And then I'm gonna action point Twin Strike it.
3 hits.
You're. Two. Hey, 7. That's good.
And a
Fucking-
Thunder.
Yorkus
Tough
rolls
stone.
over here. Holy fuck.
Yeah, goddamn, dude.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 5 plus 7 is 12. Good. Do you have not one more d6? She took 2 separate attacks? Or no, it's just once per turn. So 18 damage. That could have been devastating. Depending on the
Fucking
rolls.
2 2s and a fucking 1. That would have been. That's unfortunate, dude. Well,
Bjorkus.
well, I'm gonna try and get out. First things first. Oh, 23.
That you're free.
Neat. Fuck me. What do I do here? Okay. I still have a healing potion. Can I knock that shit back as a standard action? What the fuck? How does it take 26 damage? Excuse.
Yeah, he rolled 2 shitty rolls.
Yeah, there's some quick maths going on here.
It's hard to communicate when he has no fucking mic.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So a potion, grabbing a potion, standard action, right?
Yeah. I think we've been doing it as a minor.
Okay, I'm gonna chug a potion.
Chuck a potion.
Chug my last potion, get 10 health back.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do thundering smash. No, I've already done thundering smash, I believe. Have it back. Maybe not. No, I definitely have. Okay, I'm gonna do Hell Fury. He did a Thunder Shot, and then he action pointed his Twin Strikes, Brian.
Yeah, but he rolled 4 times. Does his Thunderboar Tusk shoot twice?
I have no idea. I've never seen his power.
I didn't hear him say that.
No. I heard Thunderhorn, and then Twin Strike, and that's all I got. Best Western sponsoring this episode.
If y'all want some shitty internet, go to Best Western.
That's it.
I feel like I'd get better from.
Oh, it is 2
Holiday.
attacks. Yeah, no, he's right. It's 2 attacks apiece. I didn't know he was doing the Thunderbolts. So the Thunderbolt was the first one, so it'd be... Let's double check its math here. So that'll be 9, 11 on the first hit, plus 4, which will be 15, plus 9, which will be 23. And then 24. The +2 damage that you're seeing on your Twin Strike isn't on top of the +7 that the Thunder Tusk Boar Strike already has. It's that +7's already including the +9 from your weapons, so it's 24 damage total,
Okay, well, it's still better than what we were getting.
not 26.
All right.
But because yeah, that +2 is already accounted for in that +7 written on your Thunderboar Strike. So yeah, Bjorkus, you broke free, and then that was the last we saw.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Hell of Fury with my standard.
Okay.
Roll to hit that. 11. I'm gonna action point just to confirm that hit.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna do.
So that'll hit.
Yup. What is it? 2d6 plus 3. 10 points of damage.
Hotel internet, man. That's something fierce.
Mm-hmm. Give it a good smack for 10.
That bloodies it.
Oh,
So it takes another 9 damage.
you're... Bang it like a bongo.
Zolaria.
I think... I think Zolaria is gonna move up and cram the acorn into Bjork's dumb mouth. Feel like she would probably be wanting to do that at this point. Let's see what that does.
The creature is looking mighty wounded.
Yeah, just safety because that thing literally did half my HP last time. Whatever. All right.
All right, roll your hit.
For the acorn,
Oh, you're doing the acorn.
just to ram it in as a minor.
Oh, okay. I think you can hang on to it even if you don't pass it to anybody.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, she'll hang on to it just to be safe, and then I'll do. I mean, fuck it. I'll just do Thorn Whip again. Seems to be working. That's 17, but it's 4, so maybe it hits. Probably not, but we'll see.
Oh, hits the fortitude? No, it misses.
Dang it. All right.
Yahara.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to this thing. I am going to attempt to just
High
stab
five
it. Yeah, give it a good old high five. Get my hand stuck on there again. I'm gonna stab it with energizing strike 0. Thankfully, I'm assuming I stab it.
You hit it.
Thank fucking God. That's how long it's been since I've actually hit a move. It's like the D10 isn't even in my roll history anymore. Oh, come on, and that one. I'm getting that flint luck now.
Yeah, feels good.
But that's oops. I meant to hit -4, and I hit -43.
It's dead.
The creature on its turn, it shuffles downwards. It can move up to 2 squares, and then it snapping maws at all 4 of you.
Oh dear God.
You did all line up in front of its jaws.
We didn't. You're right. You're right.
Yahada, that'll hit you. Archaon, that'll miss. Bjorkus, that'll crit.
3.
Solaria, that'll hit.
So Brian, I'm level 3, and for energizing strike, it goes half of my level plus 3. Would I
So it'll be
just
4.
do 1?
Always round down.
Okay, so it'd be 4 temporary hit points. All right.
Yep.
And did you roll how hard I was hit or no?
I'm rolling that now.
All right.
Everybody but Flint takes 10 damage. Flint takes 15 damage.
Okay.
What happened?
I crit Flint.
Yeah. It's rough out in these streets, dude.
So I actually take 6. I actually take 6 damage because of my 4 temporaries.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Archaon.
All right. Archaon is gonna.
Oh, roll me an athletics check to see if your weapon sticks to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, me?
Yep.
All right. It's stuck.
Your hand's sore from it sticking, like losing the skin.
Hmm.
You don't manage to keep a very good grip on it, and it definitely it pulls. Your hand's still holding onto the sword, but it's stretched down over here. You're like, ah! Drags you down a little bit as it walks. Doesn't seem to even notice you there. It's walking, big thing.
Okay. I'm gonna do Tide of Iron on the couch as Archaon.
Mhm.
1d20 plus 18.
That'll miss.
Okay.
To be fair, you rolled a nat 9.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Does he have an action point left? I think maybe?
I think he
No, he used it. The only person with an action point left is Solaria.
True. Okay. Just checking.
Varus.
this bitch.
Oh, I'm gonna roll to try and get out with my movement too, obviously. I'm assuming he's got me.
No, that was a maw. That wasn't a crush.
Okay, just bit. I got you.
It has tendrils, and it can swing those, and it just crushes on top of you. Or it
Bites.
can you not roll the d12 with a +2 rather than making us do the math? It's
Probably
really annoying to have you roll 4 damage numbers and then add to that one, not to that one, add to that one. It shouldn't be that much harder to hit +2.
Truth.
Even if you just do it once in the
Never
fight.
really thought about it.
It's just really annoying when you've got I would have known that you had the +7 if you'd put the +7 on the Thunder Tusk strike. But I didn't hear what you said you were casting because your mic's just on about 10% of the time. But anyway, so 7, 10 damage. Bjorkus.
Alrighty. Well, things are just going super duper.
Thing been bloodied yet?
Oh yeah, that thing's
Yeah,
well
it's
beyond
basically-
bloodied. It's
yeah.
It's practically dead. I would
Flint
assume.
bloodied it, and then he did his surging 9 bonus damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna smack it with Hell Fury again, I guess. Can't do much else. So I'll just do that. Hey, nat 20. Let's go.
Yeah.
The
What is
first-
your damage on it?
On Halafury,
It's what, 2d6 plus.
2d6 plus 3.
How do you want to do this, Flint?
Hey. I'm gonna grab the couch by either end and just start pulling. Just grab it, because I know like my hands are gonna be sticky on the top, so I'll just fucking do it. Just give her a rip, see what comes out. Never split a mimic in half.
Split it in half. Holy shit.
Yep.
I don't think you split it down the whole length of the couch,
No,
but you
no.
definitely grab and like split its top lip and like split right up the top half of its face. It kind of shrieks and then it kind of curls in and all the tentacles kind of curl in as it then just like down. And these creatures are they're doing a weird double dissolving. So they're dissolving in the arcane energy like you've seen in the past when you've been in arcane bursts. But then they're also like liquefying. Like the creature itself, its ability to shapeshift is greatly because it's really just a big mess of goo.
Ew.
But then kind of and so you tear it apart, but then it's starting to goo. And like it's been enough rounds of combat that the other one, like the glue is dissolving, but it's also just like gooifying and just spreading all over the floor.
Ew.
And the smell is rank.
Beautiful. This fucking.
But you've
smells-
got these like
no
cushions on your
different than-
hand,
it's no
and you're
different
standing there
than
getting the
Yorkish.
huge waft of the smell as like your hands are
Oh.
stuck to it. Until
No
it's
different
dissolved.
than Bjorkus when he got out of jail.
Oh, this is worse. Guarantee you, this is worse. Oh, it's horrible. I fucking hate this. Is that though? Fuck you. I did it. Making them hits.
Didn't play a range character was the best choice ever.
This is so far, dude. Holy shit.
This is not working out in Yahada's favor.
Dude, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Like every fight, you're just getting slapped, and you
But
just
I
like,
come
"And
out
heal,"
alive.
And oh my god, you're the up and down tank because you're just like,
I'm taking all the hits, but I ain't serving any back.
all right. So yeah, there's nothing else left in the room. You got the key still on the table there, and you got the key like jammed up into the roof.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. The key on
It was-
the table.
Oh no, wait, the key on the table
Roll
was already in
initiative.
Archaon, but you guys never did
It
get
was-
the key out of the roof.
Yeah, we got.
It was sad that Archaon and I had a gap because I kept wanting to like try and do my joyous armor passive, and I was like, I can't fucking do it because I'm not close enough to him.
Hmm.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Oh, and you look, and the this is up on the ceiling and upside down. That door.
So it's like a hatch to an upper floor, essentially.
It's like an attic hatch, yeah. Okay. What the fuck?
I'm just curious if you guys want to try to grab for that key in the ceiling, or if you just want to call her.
I'm down for calling.
I really will. We try and grab it first, and then that'll be it.
You want to try and grab it? All right. How are we gonna do that?
You push the button.
Roll me the
Oh,
athletics
wait.
and acrobatics.
I thought we confirmed we couldn't do that because there's no table to do that.
Oh, you did. Well, they can roll higher. It's harder to do.
Okay. 26. Okay.
Oh fuck!
Where are those rolls? What the fuck?
What happened?
Again, we can do skill checks. We cannot fight.
So you flip him up in the air. He gracefully does a front flip, grabs the key, comes down, opens his hand to show you, and the key shoots up back towards the roof.
Oh,
Not like magnetic, but like it's like he dropped it, but it went up.
Gravity is what?
Hold on here. Okay. So if you hang on to the key, well, it's up there. Does that mean you're
Don't
stuck
let
to the
go
roof?
of it.
Yeah.
No, he came down with it. It's the weight of the key.
Oh, okay.
It's just
he
once
was
he
like,
lets go.
"Hey, I got it," and he shows you it's in his hand, and then it just like, "Vroom," and it was just like, but the
This
other
house,
way.
this house is
I
fucking
do that.
weird.
Well, it is a magic house. Well, we did show that we were awesome with some sweet acrobatic skills. Oh, think on that one.
So if you do it again, don't open your hand.
Yeah, let's try
One
it
more
again.
go. Let's do it.
All right. 22. Still catchable.
You do have your boots of spider climb too, actually, Aiden.
Oh yeah. I see.
I think I never equipped
fucking-
those, so I don't remember. I never remembered.
You did grab them at the end of last session.
Yeah, you
though.
definitely have them.
Just never equipped it, so like I always fucking forgot.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I had that when I get back home, Monday.
Roll your acrobatics and we'll call her, Aiden.
I think he did. I think it's a 24 above my 22. He just hit it before I did.
Okay. Yeah, you grab the key again. This time you hang on to it and you're like, I'm gonna put it like in this object and in my pocket.
Hey,
Some weird ass gravity. Hey, nice.
Well,
job,
if he
bud.
puts it in his pocket, wouldn't it try and levitate out of his
It's not
pocket?
levitating, just
Well, it's the weight of a key.
it's
So
just like you're dropping.
if he
Right,
puts it in
but-
a heavier object, the heavier object's gonna keep it grounded.
It's like
Alright.
tying a rope to it, something and holding onto it. The rope.
Yeah, that, or he ties a bit of string to it and he just puts it in his pocket and it just whoop.
Exactly. Is
Instead of key in your pocket, you're just happy to see me. Beat you to it.
Well, there you go.
both.
All right.
Fucking zooted to be here with my buds.
All right, we'll call that